Yo, it's Mike Cintron, and we're here again at Scott's awesome lair. It's SMB Comedy. Thank you for joining. Scott, say hello.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Hello. It's me, Greg.
What's up, everybody? It's Jesse.
And we're going to just get this out the way. July 11th, definitely catch Jesse and Scott at the Funky Buddha. Going to be a great show. We're going to have Mike Hurley, one of the funniest comedians who also does magic. You can also go by Dadas on Tuesdays.
Does magic as well.
Does magic and comedy.
No shit.
That's like a triple threat.
I mean, why would you not go to that show?
Yeah,
you
but
bring
it's
your
all two
girlfriend to
things.
that show. You know how like excited she's gonna be at the end. She's like, I saw him make things disappear. I'm about to make something disappear, girl. Anyway, that got dirty. But I'm just saying, come out. It's gonna be a lovely show, and Jesse and Scott will be there doing their thing. Very funny guys.
I will also be at the Improv this coming Wednesday, June 24th, I believe is the date.
What?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And they can
Alright,
say your
man.
name and get in
Say
free,
my name,
right?
get in free. Yep.
There
Yep.
you go.
Definitely.
All right.
I
show
think
for
that's the date.
Jesse.
I forget. But yeah, it is this coming Wednesday.
And Scott, you got that dog training event?
No, I will actually. I'll be doing interpretive dance at the
Oh shit!
Don Flamenco's Cuban restaurant.
I forgot about that. All right, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Do
All right.
your thing.
What about you, Greg? What's going on?
Where you at, Greg?
I have an alpaca conference that I'm going to be speaking for. I'm a alpaca farmer.
Alpaca
No
Ford.
shit.
Yeah, it's sort of like a llama.
I'm
or
familiar.
emu. So yeah, it
I
kind
didn't.
I just give advice.
Are those
it's one of the-
endangered species? Where are
it's-
those around?
It's not like my job, but it's my passion.
You
So
You don't.
it's good to have a dream.
You don't blot alpaca. Isn't that what it is? You blot.
dreaming.
You blot alpaca. You don't wipe. You blot.
yeah.
what is that from?
American Gangster.
American
right?
Gangster.
Okay,
Yes,
no,
yeah,
I didn't,
exactly.
I didn't see that.
Good-
All right.
good
Oh, that was a pretty
Good
good
one,
one.
Scott. Now that we got
He
that
rats
whole
on everyone in the end,
awkwardness
spoiler alert.
about plugging where you can catch us, we got to get into Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Game of
shit.
Thrones is
So is that-
ended. The season has ended.
Season finale.
3
So
out of
spoiler
the
alert.
4 are fans. Sorry, Scott. You're just gonna have to deal with
No,
this
that's
real
fine.
quick. But Jesus Christ, I can't believe it.
It's like, what is this fruit bats and magic shit?
I can't believe Arya Stark went blind. Did anyone see that coming?
Oh,
I did actually.
Arya Stark did.
Arya Stark.
Yes,
went
well,
blind.
obviously.
Yeah.
I will
saw
say
that
though,
coming.
Scott. I will say I've never been
Hey-o.
into fantasy or any type of stuff like that. Game of Thrones is fucking awesome.
So you're a new geek.
No, well, I've
That's
always been a
basically
geek.
what you're
I've
saying.
always been a geek, but this shit's awesome. No matter what you are into, like if you like any.
But you weren't into sorcerers. Geeks were into sorcerers.
There's no
Yeah,
sorcery. Well,
yeah.
there is, I guess. A
Yeah, there's
sorcerer.
totally
there is
sorcerer, bro.
sorcery.
It's very tame though.
What were
you
you
know,
into?
there's a lot of
What
like
were you into?
there's a lot of
What do
like
you mean,
mud
what's
and
that?
guts
It's not
where you're
like
like,
Merlin or anything.
yeah, you're
No,
like,
no,
well,
no,
there's
it's
no
not.
magic spell to fix
Oh,
that
there's no
slit
magic
throat.
like that?
It's not like Merlin. No.
There is kind of
Very little, but they even say that most of it is actually an illusion that they create to make men believe that the Lord of Light exists. To make them find their way, you must sometimes deceive
It's
a man
extre-
to believe.
See, that's the reason why I don't watch.
It's
the show.
extremely well written, man.
He's
It's
like,
extremely
I
well
already don't like
Yeah.
it.
That's why, Scott. Do you want to watch Game of Thrones? Nope.
I love
That's
that.
how conversation goes.
No, I mean, I don't. If you want to watch it, that's cool.
I love that we talked about how Greg and Jesse actually listen to books on audio, which
Oh,
I
we were
think
talking
that's
about that
very
last
interesting.
week
we
after
talked
the
about,
show. Yeah.
We talked about after the show. It wasn't on the show. And they even said you can get Game of Thrones. And Greg actually let me listen to an audiobook of Star Wars.
Oh,
and
shit.
literally, it was exactly how I imagined. Like, the guy, the narrator, is all the voices, essentially.
Yeah,
Yes.
And he's like, so... Darth Vader goes into a room and he looks upon Luke Skywalker and gets upset. Hello, Luke.
Yeah. And then, like,
I am upset at you.
and then it's like, and then-
Daddy! Why are you attacking me?
yeah, it's like there's some
not-
little
That
He's
is
not
exactly
Pip,
what it
dude.
sounds like.
some chick walks
It's
in.
terrible, bro.
But he's not Pip. He's Luke Skywalker.
Well, I don't know, but that's how bad it is.
what you were
because
hearing
he'll
was-
do a
what
Pip
was,
voice.
if there'd be like a girl in it, and he'd be like, "Oh, I just wanted to say,
Right.
my nipples are hot. I do declare that lightsaber is
Yeah.
awfully
With her
long."
nipples, she rubbed them. She rubbed them tight.
I will say though, as far as the Game of Thrones go, I was a little disappointed with how the season finale went. Just because
Why is that? Why is that, Jesse?
I just felt like normally they don't jump around. They bounce around a whole lot during the episode. It was like 2-minute clips, and then they were jumping around to kill the next character, which is cool. No, I don't have a problem with killing the characters.
They had a lot of bad episodes
There
where
were-
they had
yeah.
to catch up.
But that's
and
what I'm
say, "All right,
saying."
we should have spanned this
Yeah.
out. A lot of build up. Just gotta kill.
They should have filled some of those bad episodes.
Kill.
There's a few bad episodes.
What's the over under on the guy,
We
the
gotta
author?
kill an underage girl.
The author.
We gotta kill a villain. We gotta kill a good person.
It's funny that
we
you
gotta
said
just
that
kill.
you were a little disappointed because I was a little disappointed too.
to find out that I like Game of Thrones?
No. I was a little disappointed that the season last episode wasn't like 3 weeks ago because honestly, it's all I fucking heard about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people
There's
were.
a few other
gotta
things.
This
say,
and
though,
Caitlyn Jenner.
they had-
It's almost like the show was good or something.
They
Yes.
had 2 scenes that literally, if you put them in movies, they would be epic scenes in any movie.
Yeah, it would be like the climax
one
of
with
2
the
different
fucking
movies.
with the White Walkers, and the second one with the dragon swooping in and saving the Khaleesi.
Yes.
Like that, like definitely paid off the other 6 shitty
Right.
fucking
But
episodes.
especially
But the
with
last, I'm sorry. The last scene when they spoiler alert, when they kill Jon Snow.
Jon Snow is dead, ladies
So,
and gentlemen. Get
They
over
made such a nothing. He's such like so many people's one of their favorite characters, and they made it so brief. I remember knowing it was coming, and then I was like, man, there's only like 3 minutes left in the fucking show. And then they went to it, and I was like, they're gonna make it that quick, just the killing off of Jon Snow. Normally they'll build it up a little more before they
Right,
just go
right.
right to it, kill the guy, and end the show.
Yeah.
Fuck
You know what I mean?
Jon Snow.
Well, it was very dramatic, you have to say, because even though I got to tell you, I saw the encore that night, and I made the mistake of going on Facebook real quick, and I saw my aunt post, "No, not Jon Snow." So I'm like, "Fuck, he's gonna die." But even up until the end, I'm like, it's 3 minutes left in the episode. They're gonna kill this guy,
Yeah.
and then they bring his uncle, and I'm even like,
How'd they kill
because
him?
in the beginning of the episode, they showed like a episode of the uncle going away. So I'm like,
Right.
oh, maybe the uncle came back.
Right.
This is gonna be awesome. This is like he's gonna lead the Night's Watch, and then he turns and sees Traitor. I'm like, this is the fucking scene.
They
Here it
had this
is.
little foreshadowing thing earlier in the scene because when Sam went away in the beginning part of the episode, again, I knew it was
Yeah.
coming. I've read the books. I'm a dork. I've heard. I
You
knew
are
it was
a
happening.
dork.
Sam is fucking dead, bro.
So Sam went away, and then they made the mistake when the last time Sam and Jaw saw each other, he goes, "Oh, I'll see you." He said, "I'll see you around. Or I'll see you soon. Or I'll see you next time." And any time during Game of Thrones, if someone says, "I'll see you at this point,"
Yeah.
that's it.
That's
They're
it.
fucking
They're
dead.
dead.
One of them is
They're
dead.
dead.
One of them is dead. So that was the foreshadowing there. If you're familiar with the show, you should have saw that coming.
That's kind of true. The one thing I did love, and I gotta say, although yes, sad Jon Snow is dead, we got to see Cersei's titties, baby.
That was the one
Oh
scene that was
my
longer than 2
God.
minutes. They focused on that
Well,
shit.
that's
Full
not the
everything.
first time.
They did everything.
And it was a body double.
I don't even care, man. Those some
Are you
nice
sure it was
ass titties, man.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
shit
it
was-
was-
surprisingly nice.
it was a
ass.
bo-
there was
body
a
double.
scene where
Oh,
Yeah.
Son of a
really, because
bitch.
there was one scene where they show her in the front, and like they show her head, like they
They
cut-
show her full body, full everything.
I think
Body double.
When
Yeah.
they just like superimposed her. head.
Body double.
they put her
double.
face on
Yeah.
her or something.
No, body double. I'm telling you.
Even her face.
Dude, those are Grace Jones' nipples.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
impressive.
They
Dude,
pasted
Scott-
him in from a James
Whatever.
Bond film.
I don't give
It
a
was
shit whose titties these were.
Director's
They were
cut.
by far one of the nicest titties I have seen in my life on a fucking show. By the way, like they. Oh my.
Bush, full frontal, everything.
Oh my.
Everything.
I loved it.
She's the
Shame.
queen. She was the queen.
Shame.
It was an Asian woman's bush.
No.
Dude, they showed a
Blonde
naked
hair.
chick walk through the city, and while this nun
Butt
chick
naked.
is behind, butt naked, she, feet and all. This is where I felt bad because then like halfway, I'm like enjoying her nakedness, and I'm like, wait a minute, her feet are going over gravel and shit. And they show her feet get all bloody, but she has this nun right behind her with a bell, screaming at her, shame. Shame. Shame.
People are spitting on her,
People
throwing
spit-
shit at her.
The guy shows his dick. He's like, I'm a Lannister. Suck my cock. I'm
Said
like,
that really happened?
That really
Yeah,
happened.
oh,
happens in
dude,
the
this is-
whole
Joke to that is that
scene.
she's a Lannister and she fucks her brother. Like
Yeah.
you have to get the inside joke there.
This
but
fucking this show's out of hand as
It
far
is.
as shit. Like you'll be like, whoa, that's just fucking happened.
they'll
Like,
reference shit, and then like 4 seasons later, you'll be
But
like,
to
"Wow, that's what they were telling us
Right.
about like 4 seasons ago."
yeah.
Holy shit!
To,
like,
to wrap, yeah. All the time shit that happens, like my girlfriend would be like, "Oh, hey, like, oh, remember that guy?" I'm like, "No." Like, I don't know what
when
the
they
fuck is
killed
going
that
on here.
guy, when Arya killed that dude, I almost forgot. I'm like, who is he again?
She's one of my
that's
favorite
actually
characters.
that's
I love
exactly
Arya.
that's
I love
that
Arya.
is
Like, oh, he
exactly what I
killed
said.
The,
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah,
the dancer or whatever. What do they call him? I love the mountain. He was like, go speak to your sword dancer or whatever. Like,
the dude who killed Syrio, her sword trainer.
Her trainer. Anyway, so I think we
So
can
we're
move
done
on.
with Game of Thrones. We'll stop torturing
Yeah.
Scott. We'll
I
move
guess
right along.
yeah. I mean, the thing I took away from is that it was so much killing in that episode. I almost forgot. I had to Wednesday. I looked at my coworker and I went, "Wait a minute. So the daughter is dead too, right? She had poison on her lip, and they're out in the middle of the ocean, and they don't have." They
That
don't
doesn't
have
happen
the
in the
cure.
books. That was the impression I got with that she was dead, but that's not what happens in the
Unless
books. But
the
I'm guessing
prince
that she is.
has the the antidote, and he comes down
I'm
and
guessing that
saves
she's
her.
dead. It seemed like she's dead. I would say.
Fuck. But then
But
that means that kid's gonna get killed.
Look how
Dude.
quick it fell for Stannis though too. What's that?
Oh yeah.
Is Stannis dead?
Oh
They
yes,
didn't-
he's dead. He's
he's
dead.
Yeah.
because they don't show
Yeah.
her cutting him.
Because it was
dude.
supposed to be. Well, you'd have to go further in depth because the whole thing was what the girl Melisandre thought he was the chosen one and everything like that.
See,
I'm going to go too far in depth to
Yeah,
it in
hey,
future stuff,
we're-
so I'm going to
we're
stop.
way
I'm going
down
to stop.
that
I'm going to
road.
stop.
No,
Okay.
come on, ruin it
So-
for
so-
everybody.
so what else
I know
happened?
that the mom is
Wha-
coming back, and I know Jon Snow.
No,
is
the mom's
coming
not
back.
coming back. They wrote that out of the show.
Ah,
that was supposed to happen this season. They wrote that out of the show.
Whack, whack, whack. All right. Well, what would happen in the books? Because it might not happen.
All right,
No,
I'm gonna
it's-
restart the show.
Yes, let's stop Game of Thrones and let's go on
All
to
right.
the next
All right,
thing.
we'll move on. What's the next news article? We were talking about last week. Caitlyn
right.
Jenner.
Yeah, well
And now we're gonna talk about from
Okay, so
transgender.
let's talk about. I want to be white.
You wanna be white?
I am white.
Hey,
I'm
Michael
more-
Jackson did that.
See,
didn't he?
but I want to be officially white, as in this other lady. What is it, Rachel Dolezal or something like
Yeah.
that?
That's
She
not
made
even
the
a black
effort.
last
She kind
name.
of made an effort to do it. Like you got to make some form of an effort to
Right,
try to like.
right. I feel like at this point she's like got way more black cred than I did. You know, like see, and I'm actually
she's
black.
done, she's
instead
done
of-
more for the
and-
black
and-
people
if
than
you
you
don't-
have. She worked for the NAACP.
Right, right.
You've done
If you were under a rock for the past 2 weeks, this even happened last week, and I just like kind of I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, it's an afterthought, and it's been the entire story this week until this other thing we're gonna talk about later.
Yes.
But yeah, this lady fucking came out and her parents dropped the fucking dime on her. Like they were like,
That's
we just
true.
and it was weird. Like
so
there's
outed her
been
ass.
some kind of like talk about her being the people asking her out of the blue or something like that. There's really there's a lot of different
But
elements
the real
to it.
question is, how do you become like an average-looking white bitch to a super hot black chick?
It's a very good question.
How
It's a
the
very
fuck
good
does that
question.
happen?
Look, when
point,
she was
Scott.
black, she was hot, bro. She
Yeah,
was fucking
I mean,
hot.
I love
She
that
looked
girl.
good.
And that's what that's why I think this story really has legs, is because everyone at the same time was like, this bitch is crazy as the day is long,
Oh, yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
fucking. But at the same time, you're like, I did it, you know,
Well, yeah,
like
because you know she's crazy.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
probably
You're
crazy in
like,
bed too.
oh,
man.
well, she's vulnerable, you know. You're like,
They probably say like, "Call me the N word." You're
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, calm down."
this got real
I
all
don't
of a sudden.
do that shit, girl.
Shit, I didn't know it was gonna be that kind of party.
No, I'm telling
Seriously,
you though,
she's
I don't understand why everyone's giving her a hard time. Like they're making fun of her for trying to like, but like however you want to live your life, be happy. You want to be black. Like I'll call it whatever.
Did you
I
ever
don't give
see,
a shit.
I mean, I think you can help people, and that's cool to help people. I'm sorry to cut you. We both cut you off, Scott.
That's all
You
right.
want to go ahead? No,
I'm
you
used to
go ahead.
No,
Dan.
go ahead. You already.
No, I was gonna say is that you can help black people without having to like try and steal their identity. You know what I mean? Like you can be your own
Right.
person and still,
Right.
You know,
You can appreciate the culture and not
Exactly,
appropriate it at
Sure,
the same time.
sure.
Like,
Honestly, I
Alright.
think porn is creating a less of a riff racially. I think it's opening the love.
well, yeah,
I can
because
see that.
Because I used to not be able to watch a porno with black people in it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's an interesting
like just
confession there.
just
No,
black
just
people
black guys.
or just black guys.
Because they'd be like, no.
No, don't do
No.
that.
Is that
no.
because you can't relate?
No.
Is that because like you imagine yourself like when the white guys are fucking, you imagine
Dude,
it's you, and then
it
a
was
black
like,
guy's there, you
I
can't
got the
imagine
same
it's you.
feeling I got when I saw the video of the fucking bear fucking that deer up. Did you guys see the bear fucking the deer up?
I'm not
video?
familiar with this.
Oh yeah, and it's like.
And then I was like, ah.
Fucking it up like literally
The
like
video, okay,
allowing
so
it?
there's a video of
Yeah.
of a bear basically like biting a deer's neck in the
Doesn't
in the
white
backyard,
America do,
and these people were like, "What?" And the video starts, and it's like,
He's
you're like,
looking
"What
at
the
him like-
fuck is going
He's
on?"
looking
And
at him right in the eye like,
and this
so I'm
deer's
like, is it fucking it? I
yeah,
mean,
the deer's making this noise like you would never expect a deer to make, or like you never hear a deer make
it was
say
like somebody
shit.
yelling, "Urgh," what he was doing, saying, "Help me, motherfucker,
Yeah, it's
please!"
like, what are you gonna do? And
Don't
that's
just
the,
watch.
the white people in the background were like, "Call someone!"
Yeah.
Like who? Call who?
They're like, "Go up
Fucking-
there and slap it, make them stop."
Maybe
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
the kind
yeah,
of
let's-
person
let's
that
go.
she looked at her fellow white people and was like, "Why aren't you doing something?" And she had, I don't know.
Because
My point is,
the
though,
deer was not small
she
and that
felt-
fucking
oh.
bear was pinning it down by the neck. I was like, I would not want to get between the bears.
Maybe
Listen,
she
at
felt people took
14
her more
years old,
seriously.
I
as a
knew
black
I
person.
didn't want to.
How
I
the
didn't know
fuck
I
did we
wanted to
go
be a
from-
comic. Right at 14 years old, I was just trying to fucking play video games and just get A+, not get fucking beaten by my mom. Right. And then at 25 years old, I was like, I want to get on stage and tell jokes. Right. So what? Why are we giving this shit guff that she's like this chick guff at 20 whatever? She's like, I want to be a black woman and run the NAACP.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's heroic.
But can you run the NAACP and just it just
Well,
brings
no,
my
not
whole thing with the
technically
it's like
because they're
you're- it's like
super
you're not-
racist. No.
It's like-
She knows the mind of the racist,
It's
Jesse.
the National Advancement of Color People.
Yeah, but you can
yeah,
have just
association
because-
advancement.
Well, how many? Where's she from? Washington, right? How many fucking black people live in
I've
Washington?
seen white
How many black people
commercials
live in
on
Who
Washington?
better to do
Nah,
that than
I'm
a
kidding.
white woman?
Yeah, well, I'm sure she could have done it, and the thing is, maybe she could have just written down like Native American and white or something like that and got
Sure.
away with it. But she wrote on the application
that's-
was like,
yeah, no, that's a
was-
problem.
Yeah, that like
Yes.
was like black Native American.
Yeah.
and not only that, she would like
She did fuck up there.
she was on. See that's when you're talking about like legit crazy, like because people like
In her
fudge
mind.
things around, but you've never been on there like being like I'm totally white.
Okay,
You're like,
and then-
like,
okay,
here are
even
my.
though-
You would be on there like she was on there with like a black kid being like this is my son,
No,
and it was
yeah.
like a dark black kid, so it was
Yeah,
one of those things
yeah.
where it was like, oh, okay, so she's legit black or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
and no, it was like her
No,
adopted.
it even
like,
goes.
yeah.
It goes
She
further
adopted
than
4
that,
kids,
though.
right?
She got one of the kids that her parents adopted. She's raising them, and she has kids from another
She's
thing.
the only
but
white
they're
person
light skinned.
in her
So
family. Her parents adopted a bunch of black kids, and she was the only white daughter.
no. They have an older son.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I think that's where this comes in. Like I could be wrong. It's either I want to say there's an older white son, but it may have been, but there's essentially an older white son or a black son. I'm pretty sure it was the white one. I figured out yesterday. Who knows? This story is very fluid, so I could be wrong about this tomorrow, and all of a sudden be like, oh, I
Right,
just saw.
It keeps
a-
changing.
Yeah,
It's a living, breathing story.
But
by the way.
it was, so the whole gist of it, the reason why the parents dropped the dime on her in the first place is
She won't
because
talk to him, right?
no, well, her brother sexually abused like some 6-year-old, and like and she came out with one of the other sisters or something like that to say that the brother also abused her, and so the brother is in a court case, and the parents are on the brother's side. And this is where I was telling you before how like gets into a Duggars type of thing where the parents are super fundy, religious, like almost cultish type things. So it becomes like with this like sexual repression, like all of a sudden you're fucking trying to bang your sister, like that's okay.
they're like-
I wanted to say real
like
quick
you can't
that-
hold hands with any girls and you're 16. Can you imagine?
She
if
said
your
he
par-
touched her inappropriately, so
Yeah.
she obviously changed to a black person.
do you remember?
kind of
Well,
person-
what
I think
I'm
that
saying
happens
is
all the time.
Well,
That
what I
happens
was
all the
saying
time.
is like I was trying to figure out where the whole like the mental like where the breakdown happened, and then I heard that they were like super religious, and I was like, dude, every time, like what the fuck? It's like if I remember when you were 14, 15. Imagine if your parents were like, no holding hands, no, like and kissing was basically like you might as well just get thrown out of the house.
Dude.
Yeah, I would have lost my fucking at 12. I would have lost my
my
mind.
mom
I
was like welcoming in, like she saw me with a girlfriend, like go ahead, fuck.
At
we
14
need
or 15,
you.
most of my sisters were pregnant
find
already.
a
Are you kidding me?
girlfriend.
oh my goodness,
Exactly.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what
Like
I'm
you're
saying.
straight, yay! Like that's how I see. Like every time, but no, I remember. Actually no, I want to go back to the story though. She used to point to some black guy in high school, some black older guy that I guess that looked like her dad, or she wanted to be her dad. She'd be like, "That's my dad."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. There's so much.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
This
that's
is crazy.
Yeah. If you-
The guy didn't even know who she was.
Well,
He's like, who is this guy?
and that's what's so. I think she was president of the Spokane chapter. It wasn't like she was like some middling fucking endo. No, she was president of like the entire organization.
How many black people live in Spokane? Seriously. you
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Like,
So she's like, I gotta.
One less.
population 12 black people live in Spokane, Washington.
So
now.
let's
There was
out
13.
What do you think she answered on the census? Was she like, I'm black? Do
I'm
they have
black,
to go? Like,
I'm white.
well,
It's gonna
and-
be, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
and they had
think
like
it was
this whole
like
thing has
a,
Michael Jackson written all
You
over
think
it,
it
bro.
was a like a big announcement when she said it? Say
If Michael Jackson was
Well,
alive today,
well,
fucking
well,
kids
if-
would be
if-
like,
if-
let Rachel Blavatnik be black.
I know,
Wait, that's
I
a
know.
comic. Never mind. I see
So-
the word
so
Rachel
yeah.
identified.
Yeah, I
What's
guess
her name? Rachel Rosnell?
Dolezal.
Dolezal.
Yeah, it's like Popezal, you know, like the
know.
old song
Yeah,
by
that's
Britney
a black
Spears'
name.
boyfriends.
Like I would have been like, oh,
That guy made a
Dolezal.
fucking song?
But yeah, it's called Popezal.
What does
It's
that
like-
mean?
It's something.
You're
in-
not
it's,
Polish.
It's something in Brazilian.
It's
I was gonna
Brazilian,
say it
dude.
sounds like a fucking
yeah,
Italian dish.
yeah. Sorry,
That guy is white trash.
That was
How
that
the
was a
fuck
call
Brazil
back
has
to
seen it?
2005, back when I was relative. Or relevant.
I was gonna
sorry.
say relative to who? Andrew Jackson.
Relevant. Excuse me. Speaking of which,
That's what she should have named her last. She should have been like Rachel Relevant, and then they would have been like, you have to be.
Yeah. That there's no way anyone. Well, she'd have to be like Rachel
That was such a
Onder.
racial
Like, yeah,
joke.
it's the first name they get. They usually it's always Rachel Onder Johnson. You know? It's something like Jackson. Yeah,
don't understand.
No, there's no Black Smiths because it's all.
Yes,
no,
there is.
No, there's no.
I could give you
Black
several
Oh, okay.
sports examples.
Okay.
J.R. Smith, Ozzie Smith.
Yeah,
Damn, look at this
Smith
guy's
is right
fucking
there.
Right,
library.
though, there's a lot of black
Chuck
guys.
Oh, okay.
Smith.
I'm
Steve
about.
Smith.
Right,
Steve-
There's like 5 Steve
I,
Smiths.
I guess
Bruce
what I was
Smith.
what I was
Black
trying to say
name,
is
bro.
only people named Jackson and Johnson
Steve
didn't
Smith.
own slaves. All right, all
Oh,
right.
didn't own slaves?
No, I
Oh.
said I was like it's not only
No,
those
Smith
people that
also
own
owned a
slaves.
bunch of slaves.
So that-
Obviously, John Smith owned a shitload of
Yes,
slaves,
yes.
bro.
And
Like,
sub shops.
Thompson
No,
too.
that's
Thompson's
not-
a good mixed
and
name.
that sucks. I hate
the
John
whole
Smith.
like emancipation
slave
thing
owner.
fucked up his game. He was like, man, where am I gonna get this?
I gotta make subs.
John Smith subs. Like that's what I'm reduced to.
Oh my god.
I
am I
now
gonna-
got to use teenagers as slaves.
What am I
It
gonna
sucks.
do without all my free black labor? I'm gonna here.
I gotta pay the minimum
I'm
wage.
gonna pay white trash.
Yeah, they came out with the.
Pay white trash. I gotta pay the Irish.
That's bad. Yeah.
Well, now
bad
they're gonna. I mean, they gotta.
Hey, O'Hallahan, you're hired.
Nah, there's no like cotton gin for the sub industry, so that's like.
How are we gonna cut costs? Hire them no good, stupid Irish bastards. All they care about is drinking potato
Oh man.
with their beady eyes,
Yeah.
their blonde hair.
and their goddamn ginger chest hair.
They had translucent
I
skin.
like you, Jesse Thompson. You don't look like those average
They
Irish.
shouldn't be
They
able
like
to-
to, they like to slap around their wives too.
You
The
must be
Irish
that
have been known
black
for that
Irish.
You look like a goddamn crayon.
What are you
Too. For
gonna-
the Irish, yes, I'm black. I know I'm very pale skin, but for the Irish, I am black.
He's the black Irish.
I'm the Rachel
Dude,
Dolezal
they
or
talk
whatever her
about
name
brunettes
is
or the
for
black
Irish
Irish.
people.
You guys are brunettes.
Yes.
Pretty much every scumbag I've ever met has been part Irish at least.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Of
No,
course.
it's genetic code.
I see
all
somebody.
fucking-
I'm part Irish. All right.
Well, that makes sense.
I don't think
It makes total sense.
Somebody stole my identity.
I
and
don't
just,
take offense to that, by the way, Scott.
I just looked up O'Hallahan.
That's why guys get
I take
along
total
so well.
offense
Yes.
to it.
Oh man,
I
this
always thought it was the black
this
part
is
of
such a
me.
great
Wait,
racial
what?
moment right now. I loved it.
I
We're all-
said, you
we're
know,
all
I-
coming together.
Irish people. I said they started white trash. Like when was it? St.
Birthplace.
Well, I said it on Facebook a long time ago, but it's true. And you were like, you know, really Irish people are the shittiest race to begin with.
They are.
Yeah,
I would.
yeah.
Say, I've been saying that forever. Like,
And
I
then it
mean,
gives me
black
the-
people always complain to me, and I'm like, no, man. Like, I can tell them about my upbringing. It's like, man, that's shitty, man. I would be an Irish sucks.
Being Irish sucks like 100 years ago. Now,
Yeah.
now it's
Well,
called
poor-
being
well,
white.
being
but
Poor
everywhere.
Irish. Poor Irish. Poor Irish. I should say.
it's still called. Being,
still better.
It's still called being white.
Yes,
all right?
fair enough.
I'm sorry. And,
does
and,
suck.
and that's what really like the whole Rachel Dolezal thing. When people get angry about it, like, why can't she be black? It was like, well, because if you're black,
She's
you can't-
not.
You can't be white.
Exactly. Exactly. It doesn't
You
work the
can't
other
go
way.
that.
Do you think
and-
like she goes like she gets pulled over and the cop is going?
Oh, you know
giving
it.
her stuff
Oh,
and she
dude.
goes,
What?
listen, I was actually born.
I'm
white."
coming
Yeah,
from.
yeah.
I'm
Let
coming
me
from
show
this
you my
great-
Hold on,
picture.
hold on.
I have blonde hair.
Let me, because she like, said the afro.
You think
Like,
she does that?
hold on, let me take my weave out. Like
Yeah.
this, she has a fucking weave and stuff.
And
like,
no, I do agree with you, Greg, actually, because you know, even though I have a good friend named Cisco who's Dominican, but he looks very African American,
Mhm.
and I used to say to myself, I used to go, man. Being a short guy, I can relate to being black. I got discriminated all day long. Everyone
sure.
always says, make fun of the short guy. Don't give the short guy shit. But until I saw Cisco at a comedy club, and this white lady came out and said, listen here, N-word. She
Oh
said,
my
she said
God!
the actual
and,
N-word.
he's Dominican, so
He's
that's like a
Dominican.
big no-no because
Yeah.
Dominicans are Spanish,
Right.
Even though they're sharing an
She was
island
like, your
with a
kind
bunch
is
of black
not
people.
welcomed here.
Oh my
You get
God.
the F out of my fucking
Really?
bar. Well, I just said fucking bar and I said F, but she said, get the fuck out of my fucking bar. And I realized I've never been to a place where they said, listen here, midget,
Yeah.
your kind is not welcome here.
Right.
So like I realized I'm not like you're right.
Maybe
You
it's
and your
black
funny
people-
little car. Get out of my
Yeah,
town.
exactly. Get your little shoes and get out of here.
So
Go
it's
to
like
Chicago where they're more.
it's like how many people's parents have not let you date the girl because you're too short?
Couple of them, but listen, not probably as many as you. Okay.
No, I can see. That was
can
probably a
leave
bad
the-
example, Greg. That was probably a bad.
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
Mike was
okay.
going
I
down
can
the right
leave
line.
the
That was
room
probably a
and
bad
I can
example.
say-
feel it as I leave the house.
Yeah.
They go, "You really want to fuck this kid? Like, what if you have kids with him?
But did
They
they?
could be small and unhealthy.
But
Do
they
you-
didn't. Yeah. Okay.
don't
For
you
the-
wanna
for the
fuck-
record, though.
Don't you want to
Alright.
fuck Brett Favre? Don't you want to fuck what's his name from the Patriots? I forget his name right now.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Don't you want a Tom Brady? Rachel. Rachel Levac, whatever her name is.
Aaron
No,
Hernandez.
I
Yeah,
want.
there you go.
Yeah, she's like, I
Don't
want
you want to
Aaron
fuck Aaron
Hernandez.
Hernandez? He's Spanish, but he's a little bit taller.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
he's on death row. They let conjugal visits.
They picked
Plant the
anyone.
seed. He's got to have $1 million
Don't you want
hidden
anyone
somewhere.
who's over 5'6" who could reach on top of the shelf for you?
Well, but that
You want to be the.
that is it goes back to the one drop theory. It came back in the day after they emancipated the slaves, and then they fucking flipped the script, and they were like, oh yeah, by the way, black people don't get to vote. They were like, okay, if you have a little bit of black in you, then you're still black.
I'm sure there was a.
For the
couple-
record, I would like to say I wasn't really comparing being Irish to being black. I was making a joke.
Oh no, but it was back in those days. Like I said, it
used
was.
to, but I
It-
don't
it
anymore.
was.
But I used
No.
to. But I'm sure, I'm almost definite, there had to be a couple of short guys who went to the voting polls.
Oh my god!
I got to see your ID. I don't think you're 18.
Well, you know what they did?
I left it at home, and they're like,
They
"Get
used to
the
do
get
the
outta here."
literacy tests. So they would be like, we got to make this short guy read something.
Right.
He's like,
I don't know, man.
No.
You look
No.
way too young right now.
But what about short black guys? I feel like they get a pass though. Isn't something about it's like a Kevin Hart or something like that?
I don't know. I've met some short black guys,
And
and
they
that's
don't-
like
they
being
don't get a
triple
pass?
fuck, bro. I'm so sorry for you, man. Like, unless you got that swag like a Kevin Hart.
Right. If
and
you're
you're
like
a
a
nerdy
if you're
black dude and you're
if you're really
short,
short, you might as well fucking
oh,
just
man.
wrap it up.
Yo.
I will say a lot of short guys seem to have swag though. You know, it's the whole overcompensation.
You
But
either
a lot of
you
short
either
guys
realize
seem to.
you
The
gotta
Napoleon
like,
complex.
you gotta
Exactly,
have like
exactly.
confidence or just go home. Man.
Yeah, there's nothing about it. I remember it because I was short for a long time. It was like up
gotta
until
believe in
up
yourself,
until
Jesse.
10th
I'm
grade.
just as good as you, baby.
See, I was always tall, so like I never
No.
had that problem.
I
was always
got
like,
you. I've-
so I
I've-
never believed in myself.
No,
You know what
I still
I have
don't.
short man syndrome to the point where like I'm not short at this point, but like I still think like a short person. Where I'm
I've
like,
converted
oh,
over
these-
4 religions just to find self-esteem.
I'm telling you.
Where'd you end up?
And that was one of the things. Like you,
Kabbalah.
you got to project, man. You got to put yourself out there because otherwise people are not gonna fucking notice you.
That is true. That is true.
I wear a red string to avert the evil eye.
Welcome to the show, Scott.
You got to tell some nonsense.
I was pretty much the same height since I was like 15.
Oh yeah.
I can see
How
you
tall
were
are you,
born this
Scott?
height, bro.
How tall am I? 5'7".
5'7".
I can see you came out of your mom's vagina look like you're just like I'm here and your mom's like, oh my god,
Beard and all.
I thought it was 5 kids in there.
Oh
Just one Scott Pelchet.
I punched out her butthole.
Dude, I can see that. I see you just gave a right hook to the doctor. He
I'll
tried
be
to
honest.
spank you and you were like, bitch, I'm breathing.
I'll be honest. I don't really remember much about it.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. What was your
It's
earliest
traumatizing
memory?
experience.
What can you
Earliest-
remember?
my
Your earliest memory.
That's a good question.
Man, I remember being like 2 or 3 in the pool,
Oh my god, this is
and
bad.
my mom going kick, 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 kick. It's like kick, 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 kick.
Stop drowning, you loser! You're 2 years
No,
old.
I-
Swim.
we always had a pool. I always knew how to swim. I mean, but I remember learning how to swim and her doing kick, 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 kick.
Oh, that's nice. Your earliest memories with your mom.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
My
most of
earliest
your
memory
earliest
is
memories
playing
are, right?
electrical cars.
Holy shit, that's very
My
similar.
dad
to mine.
came into the house, and like I hadn't seen him, and then my mom was like, "Your dad's here," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And that's it. That's
Yeah.
like the earliest memory.
Did you see him?
I don't know if I made it up in my head or not. That's,
Oh.
I've done a lot of drugs in my life.
I know what that is, like where you start like just putting things together, and you're like, wait a second, did that happen? You're like trying to tell a
Right.
story, and you trip yourself up because you're like, I'm not sure if this is true or not.
Did this really happen?
Because I never met him again. That's the whole thing. All right.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
I'm so jealous. You met him once. At
Oh my
least.
god.
Oh wait, you.
I wish
you
my
know your
parents were
dad.
divorced. Yeah, I wish I came from a family.
And that's
of
what
pa-
I look
divorced
at.
parents.
I look at people
I was
like you and I
jealous all
go,
the time.
maybe I dodged a bullet. Like
Oh my god, I used to tell my friends all the time. I was like, I'm so jealous.
Well, you know what you get
That would
on
be
the
the
other
hugest
end of the spectrum.
disappointment.
Sad.
You get happy family guilt, where you're like, God, my family is so
There's
normal.
two.
Like,
No. There's 2 things that do not go hand in hand, or 3 things since you added a third word: happy and family.
No, yeah,
That
no,
does
I
not
know
go
what Greg's
together,
talking
does it?
about because you'll sit there and be like, even though I'm not like, but I'll be like, man, my mom was like a good mom, and she like became a nurse, and we live in a town. Like I grew up in a townhouse towards the end of my teen years. Like she struggled. She was like
See,
the
I've
true
never thought that.
American like story. Like she was like the shitty nurse, but she grinded hours and hours, and then she got promoted and promoted, and then.
But you can respect it. I can respect that too. My parents didn't do that.
Yeah. Oh man, I know it, but I know what Greg's saying. Like then you sit back, you're like, there's so many like people.
There's
go
so many
back.
pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Like where
Oh
you're
my
just
God.
like, where you just sit there. The people have stories for days, and then you're just like, this one time, my mom bought me like some clothes before school.
And it was the wrong. No, yeah. Mom
And-
bought
and
me
it
some
didn't-
shit from
yeah,
Marshalls,
yeah,
but I
it's-
wanted something
yeah.
from J.C. Penney.
shit, I was-
that is my story.
Right.
No, she literally we shopped at fucking Marshalls, and
I like Marshalls.
and I was like, yeah, and I was like, why am I shopping at why are we not going to the fucking actually I didn't get
had
it.
a better shirt, Mom.
Yeah.
Dude, I like
I
Marshalls.
wanted-
I wanted the
And-
Jordans and I got the BK
Well,
Knights.
the greatest part about that is I saw all these people with like Billabong jackets on and shit like that. If you were around that age, you knew
Well,
with
you were in
Billabong
Wellington,
jackets.
so
Yeah,
that must
yeah.
have been
So,
even worse.
The
so
corduroy one?
dude. Oh yeah, the corduroy.
With the
At least my
fucking
mom had the
different-
decency to put
with
me in
like
poor
the,
school. So
it looked like a Letterman jacket.
Oh my
yeah.
God, don't even get me started.
Yeah, they had.
It was like
So I
yellow
get
and
beaten up
fucking
constantly.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of different
Yeah.
like Billabong jackets
blue. I
where.
remember them jackets.
Yeah, they were the shit. It was
They
like.
replaced the jean jacket.
Yeah, well, it was around like
With
Z
the
Cavaricci
AC/DC
pants.
patch,
You know,
yeah.
It was-
Oh my
that
God.
was the other thing too. Z
Cavaricci.
You remember
Yeah.
that?
Of course,
Z
of course.
Cavaricci's. I'm not sure if you
course.
remember that.
They look like hammer
It was
pants.
around time like early '90s, pegging your pants and stuff like that. If millennials
Yes.
are listening, which are
They're
not,
like,
they-
what
they-
the
like,
fuck
what-
with the
no,
90s?
yeah,
Fucking idea.
yeah,
It was the 80s.
But
It was the
I
80s.
remember everyone had Z Cavaricci pants, and I was like, why won't my parents buy me this? And $60 in like 1990 money, like they're like,
Yeah,
would
they were
buy
expensive.
me this $60 pair of pants. And now, like that, I'm older. I'm like, holy shit, that was the best fucking life lesson. Because now I don't have to worry about this. Like, oh, I want designer clothes or anything like that. No, it's fucking the Gap and then
Listen,
Banana
you guys
Republic.
are talking about
No.
like in the early '90s, up until about '95, '96, my mom bought me nothing but sweatpants. 'Cause I was so fucking fat, bro. Like she was like, this could expand for you. Like,
She had
I
low
don't-
expectations.
Yeah, dude. She was like, listen, you need to be comfortable. And then I finally
Oh,
was like,
man.
I want cargo shorts. In like 95, 96,
Oh my
cargo
God.
shorts were like hit.
Oh my God.
Old
still are.
Navy.
Oh yeah. That
Old
was.
Navy
I remember when it
became the
came
big
in.
thing.
Yeah.
Mike, you mentioned going to a poor school. It's funny because I grew up in the trailer park, all just white trash and just rednecks and shit everywhere. But the high school that I went to, they like bust me into the rich neighborhoods.
That's like worst case scenario.
It was-
At the very least, I could
It
just
really
go to
hurt
school with
you.
other poor people.
Well,
you
actually,
know?
I
I'm gonna
take
show
that back.
you
I
why
take
your-
that back.
your
They
life
didn't bust
is
me in.
shitty.
The high school at the time, like I don't know if you know Weston. If you know Weston, it's a very. big
I
part of
do know
town.
Weston.
Okay.
What's it,
So-
St. John's or
No, they didn't have any
St.
schools
Thomas
in Weston.
Aquinas.
They didn't have any.
That was a
schools in
private
Weston.
school, I
They
think,
have Cypress Bay now, but they didn't have any
Okay.
school at the time. So
This
Western.
is in West Fort
Western-
like Fort Lauderdale area.
Western
but west.
Broward, yeah, it's,
Western Broward.
So Davie, really. So Western High School's in Davie, which is a very big redneck town, which is where I went to high school. But they didn't have Western is close by, and they didn't have any high schools there.
and
So
that's
they used to
fucking
bust-
hoity-toity.
Yeah,
Like
they
the-
bust all the super rich kids, like Dan Marino, all the football players and athletes.
Oh yeah,
live
yeah.
in
It's
Weston.
like I went to
Live in
school with
Weston.
rich kids, but not that rich.
Right.
Like,
No,
like
they
these
bust
people were
they
fucking-
bust all the rich kids into like
Whoa.
the high school is in the trailer park. It's like right next to the trailer park.
and they bust the rich kids in
There's
there.
no high schools around there.
Oh, okay,
But
right,
actually, I
right.
take that back. They would drive. All the kids would drive in their fucking Mercedes and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. And like
I'm
I
sure.
walked to school. But
Yeah.
me and my best friend, we thought we were the coolest motherfuckers. When he got like senior year, we had like a 1985 fucking Oldsmobile, like piece of shit car, a huge boat of a car, and we would drive.
But
like
those
we
were
fucking
badass,
pimps,
man. You're
bro.
smoking
I had
weed,
a-
and fucking.
I had a
and
Saturn.
They had the shocks.
I was like, I'm the shit.
I had a Chrysler Baron. It sucked. But it was, my school colors were maroon and white, and it was white with a maroon fucking
I had a
convertible
92
top.
Saturn, dude. I was like, yeah, I'm on the road, baby.
I had like a '92 Toyota Camry with gold rims because my dad was a gangster
Oh,
like
man.
that. Yeah, it was fucking.
I had an '89 Ford
Mind you, this
Tempo
is
was my first
2001,
car.
by the way, but keep
Yeah.
going.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
80,
for
88
me,
Ford Tempo.
for me, it was like 1991. Actually, this was like 90, 95, 96 when I finally got a
Mine
car.
was in 96.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So I was rolling with a little bit older car, but it was still badass. I look at it now, I think of it now, and I just cringe. I'm like, man, that was a
In
weird shape.
2001, Greg, you gotta give it like
My
I'm
car
rolling in a
sucked.
92 Saturn.
Oh, if you were running
coupe,
an
two-door
dude,
coupe.
a Saturn
I feel
in
like the shit,
2001.
and people were looking at me like, really? This
Yeah,
fucking
you,
herb?
Yeah,
you
bro.
might as well.
Yeah.
Like,
You might as well be
They're
running
like, I have
it.
a Mustang.
The
like,
Saturn. The
299 version.
It's
asshole.
all it's all relative, man. It's all relative.
Are Saturns even around anymore?
No, they don't make
That's
it.
the thing.
okay. I
They're
was
gone.
gonna-
They're done.
Yeah.
Like they
I was like, that's like the Yugo of.
There was actually a GMC.
that was
They
like
weren't
the
really
Yugo
bad
of the
cars.
'90s.
They weren't
No,
bad.
they
They
weren't.
drove
GMC,
forever. Those cars
they-
lasted.
they were
Yeah.
Chevys.
They were a sector of or Chevy or a sector of some big company that they made Saturn.
It's where they pretend to make an affordable car.
They were pretending to make Japanese.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Here, we'll give you an affordable car that's
We'll
really
name it
shitty
Saturn.
and breaks down."
They'll think it's Japanese out of space.
I really think so.
It's really American.
Well, you expect to buy a quality American product?
I
Come
know,
on.
right? Like I
Get
shit.
the fuck out of
I
here.
just laugh at people. I'm
like
like,
Sony,
why?
you think
Like
it's
my-
Japanese, really American,
You're doing-
Japanese name.
We're doing this voice now.
Sorry.
This is
Bad.
where we're going with
Sorry.
this.
Okay, I apologize. Listen,
Greg is a quarter Asian.
until you make your fucking soundboard, I gotta
Alright,
fucking do these
alright.
terrible impressions.
All right. So, what is it? So speaking about race.
Duggars, you want to go
Again?
into Duggars?
man.
actually.
Oh yeah. So obviously the big news this week, there's 9 people killed yesterday.
Today. Oh, it was yesterday.
Yeah,
last
yesterday in South Carolina at a church. And all anyone could think of before that happened was, please don't let it be my race. And
Yeah.
that's a game that people play.
Well, I
When-
know
when
that
it's like-
my race. I mean, South Carolina. There's not a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Oh,
Right,
When
right.
I heard the situation, I was like,
Well-
"Oh, that's a white guy."
Well,
That's
and,
what
and
it's-
like I said, in this specific situation, you know, like it was one of those. It was a historical black church, and at 9 people had gotten killed, and then everyone was like, "Well, you know, like last night, everyone was like, well, it may not be a hate crime," and they're like, 9 people got killed in a black church.
I didn't need for it to get that far. I didn't
Yeah,
need to hear
yeah.
the black church part. I just heard 9 people murdered in a church. I was like, "Oh, that's a white guy."
All I can
Wait
say
a
is,
second.
I was like, "Oh, that's a white guy."
What
Absolutely.
the fuck is
That's-
a hate crime?
Well,
all
yeah.
I can say is that
Everything
like,
you
egg,
do should be
egg
a
on
hate
the
crime.
face
Right.
of every person who's like a hardcore faith person, because every atheist is like, "Told you so."
Yeah,
I was home playing video
Yeah.
games.
Well, I was
Bye.
gonna say. I mean, like, I wouldn't necessarily like they try and make atheism like a religion now. I mean, I would say more I'm agnostic or anything, but yeah,
That's because
like,
you're a bitch.
you know,
Sorry, I didn't think it would go.
called you
I didn't think it
out.
would just like pan out like
Wow.
that. Like you
I've been
Greg
called
has
much
drank,
worse
like,
for
4
saying
Greg
that.
is a
Heinekens.
fucking bully.
It's all right.
called
can't just
Jesse
say
the
that
because
fucking
he's
no
black.
God and be
Because he's
okay.
black.
It's a race war about to go
He-
down.
He
Holy-
can't be a bully. He
the
doesn't
Irish
have the power.
versus
I thought it would get laughs on that. And everyone got
Oh my
quiet, and I
God,
was like,
it's
"No, it wasn't."
Jesse Thompson versus Greg Johnson.
Yeah. So, anyways, the guy. The worst part about it is the guy went into the place and sat in for an hour in Bible study.
Wait, so what race was he?
He
That my theory is he got sick of the shit. Like, end it, fucking end it.
Very good point there. Very
Stop
good
with
point.
the singing.
Yeah,
You know what was it? Baptist church?
it was
Way
it's,
too
no,
much.
it's actually
Episcopalian.
it's AME, which is a African Methodist Episcopalian, or
What's that? A lot of drum playing? I mean,
Well, I kept on seeing right. I kept on seeing people being like AME. It's the oldest black church in the South. Like, and these guys actually started a slave rebellion back in the mid 1800s.
Do they do like
so this fucking
like
guy
Cobra?
went right to the source, huh?
Like, do
Yeah.
they have
Oh,
snake
yeah,
bites?
yeah.
Like, do you go
well,
in there and they're
as
like,
far as like the
we're snake charmers?
No, right? No. This was more was like, hey, we don't want to be slaves anymore, and they started like a rebellion in South Carolina, and they burned the church down, and it was like a huge part of the Underground Railroad and everything. So this dude is fucking goes in there, and he's like, listen, I have to do this because you're raping our women,
Yeah.
you're taking over the country.
Wait, is the white guy?
Yeah, it's a white
Never
guy.
said. Okay, so a white guy rolls in, right? There's a service going on.
Yeah.
They're singing.
It's
They're
fucking
like,
Tuesday. Or is it?
Hallelujah.
It's a Wednesday.
Wednesday
No,
night.
no,
It was 8
it's
o'clock
not
at
even a
night.
service.
It was 8
It's
o'clock
a
at night.
it's
No,
a
it's not a service.
It's a Bible study.
It's-
If you don't
What's
understand,
weird about it
We
is
have to
Bible study
paint
is
the
just a
picture,
small
guys.
group of people that they were probably there every week. The same people,
That's
so
what
they
I'm
probably
saying.
all
They
knew
They were
each
probably
other.
like, "What the
There's
fuck
a-
is this
Right,
monkey
There's
doing
a
here?"
whole.
Right.
There's a whole like.
But it's
you
weird
know,
that they wouldn't address him and say, "Hey, who are you?" You know
Well,
what I
they
mean?
probably
Like,
let him
there's
in.
a
Like, you
there's
want
a
to
no,
church
I'm sure they
community.
would.
They're
They would.
accepting. They're
They were
accepting,
but I'm
yeah.
sure they would talk to him and be like,
But
"Hey,
the
how you
whole-
doing?"
actually-
you know what I mean?
My
Like-
question is, the whole church community was not here.
No.
This is a
Nine
select
people over
few
there.
of the
Yeah.
very hardcore church community. They're here to
Wednesday night church people.
Wednesday night,
church.
we're gonna study the Bible now. We have
Right,
nothing
right.
else to
So
do.
it's like the most
we
devout.
really have
Yes.
to
Right.
read each
You
word.
know, all those people went to heaven. There's no
Decide-
doubt about it. You're there on a
decipher.
Friday-
I don't know that, sir.
fucking
I don't
missed
know that.
Frazier
decipher the
for
code.
this.
We have to decipher the code. It's Wednesday.
No, if you're on church on a Wednesday and you get shot and killed in church,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so
That's
listen,
a pass.
this is what I'm
If
saying.
there's a heaven, yes, you go. If there's
Yeah,
heaven.
there has to be a rule
Every
like
Wednesday-
Ephesians 14:20. If thou are in it on a Wednesday, Jesus Christ will let you in.
Crazy white
If-
motherfucker goes into your
Yeah,
church and shoots
yeah,
everybody up.
yeah.
Now here's the irony part of the universe. You may not still go to heaven.
You might just be fucked.
Right, because
You better hope God's not a
was-
racist.
It was Bible study, and you weren't actually being like, on top of that, it was Bible study, and you weren't actually being like, oh, forgive me for my sins. You didn't get that part done with. No. This was just like we were like, well, it was Bible study night. We're like, well, yeah, that's just like extra credit for God. Like
Job lived inside a whale for 3 weeks before
Exactly.
Exactly. You know, like the
Moses can go to heaven. Okay, Moses can go to heaven. Job, you're gonna feel some shit.
Well, if you think about it, like the Bible
your
study,
kids are gonna die. We're gonna take away your money. We're gonna make you have sores and shit until you totally fucking say I don't exist anymore, and then I'll love you.
Only that. Isn't that the Old Testament God?
The Old Testament.
Okay. I was
New
gonna say,
Testament God got hit with it. He's like, listen, I'm listening to Miley
dick.
Cyrus.
Yeah,
Come
he
on,
had,
people.
He had a PR campaign. It was like Old Testament God obviously
He's
wasn't
like, I got a
appealing to you
Facebook.
guys.
I got a Twitter now. Come on, people. Like, I'm cool with it. I got a son down there. What's going on, Jesus?
So I just wanted you guys to know Scott was among the victims, and that's why he's not speaking tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
so
Well,
everything you've heard has been recorded.
I'll stop talking.
I don't know anything about this shit because I don't want to read about some sick fucking white guy that's gonna make
No,
us
but
all.
I'm- okay,
like,
I'm
the
still-
funny thing to
okay.
me- the funny thing to
I
me-
still didn't even finish the story. So the white guy comes in. Okay,
so
real
so
quick.
anyways, no.
The white guy comes in. He sits down and no one pays attention to him.
no,
they
no.
don't really get into that, but there's no way they could not pay attention. It would be so
Yeah.
awkward for someone who's
Well,
an
actually,
in lack of a better word, an outsider.
Right.
It wouldn't be like I was reading. They said it's not unusual for someone of a different race to go in there, but like you said, it's a Wednesday night. But these people know each other, so they would.
They
You
know
would
each
think
other.
they'd
Yeah,
be
you
like,
just-
"Hey, how you doing? Where you? Do you
Who
know
the
me?"
hell are you?
You would not even necessarily who are you, but
And-
they would just want
and
to talk
white-
to get to know them.
In white people's defense, this hasn't happened in probably like 40 years, and you know, like as far as
Can-
they would usually
Right.
firebomb it like after even
from far away.
even in the middle of like the civil
Coward white
Well,
person.
no,
move.
right,
I want to defunct him. I want to get rid
I'm
of a
gonna
myth
blow.
once and
I'm
for
gonna
all.
bazooka you
That
from 2 miles away.
Well,
This dude was like, "Ball, I'm gonna walk in their nest.
right.
I'm gonna sit down and watch you."
Well, I think they had some things where they bombed the churches, even like when the
Yes,
kids
they've
were
done
in
that in the
right,
past, yes.
right. But even then, like they didn't
That
walk
sounds more
in.
Muslim
They
to
didn't
me.
walk into the church and start shooting people. Like
Yeah.
no, it's like that was like
like
the,
Muslim people walk in, sit down with a bomb, and they go, "Have you had a bomb day?" And you're gone.
Well, this was more like the KKK people being
Yes.
like, we're just
But
gonna
this-
put a bomb under the church and then we'll blow it up. When
but
there's-
he walked in though.
he walked in, hung out for a little while, and then fucking
An hour, almost an hour.
and
An hour.
almost
This is what I'm
an
saying.
hour
An
of Bible study,
And no one
all right,
questioned him.
if you had a plan to kill people, right? Would you sit through an hour of Bible
Hour.
Probably was
Hour
working at the
watching
nerve.
him.
I was gonna say he was probably
Dude,
having
that is
second
like
thoughts.
a
He was
sick-
probably having
that
second
is the
thoughts.
sick dark move. This
He's
is what I'm
like,
talking about. This is
God
like a
damn,
dark
these guys are
demon.
pretty cool.
He's sitting there just analyzing. I'm gonna kill each and every one of these people.
Yeah.
And then
Well, except one. He let
I
one
mean,
run
because if
itself
I had to
itself.
kill someone, I'm gonna try to get away as quick as
Yeah,
I can.
the longer you sit there and think about it and talk to him, you know how much harder it would be.
Exactly.
But once and for all, let this get rid of the myth that white people are friendly. Okay.
By the way,
white
if-
people are not. They might act friendly. They're not fucking friendly.
Just
Okay.
fair warning out
Fear
there.
white people.
Mr.
Okay.
Rogers was the last
Fear
friendly
white people.
Mike
White
Cintron's
person.
gonna kill you.
Okay,
It's gonna be
okay,
quick
okay.
and easy.
Came running back to the
Dude,
microphone with his
If I
act.
know
I
you,
totally
I
forgot.
don't want to fucking kill
I
you.
totally forgot about this. So yesterday I'm playing soccer in this men's league up in Jupiter, which is like it's in Florida, obviously, a little bit north of
I love
of West
that you
Palm.
had to specify that it was a men's league.
Uh,
I love that. That's
right,
fantastic.
right. Well, I mean, it's no little kids or anything. So it comes down to where this all of a sudden I hear like a commotion behind me. Like I'm sitting on the bench like I usually do playing games, and I'm looking on, and I hear like this noise, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I turn around, and this dude is like, my fucking legs broke. I was like, what just happened? And I'm like, what happened? Like, and these people were like, I don't know. I heard a snap, and then all of a sudden, like, this dude's laying on the.
Did somebody kick him?
No. Oh, so this dude, I guess, apparently ran up to this guy with 2 feet. There's something in soccer like a 2-footed tackle, and basically you jump up and you put your cleats right towards their shin, and he hit it right under the knee.
broke his tip.
And just snapped that, and to the point where one of the ladies that saw it, like, I didn't even look. I was like, I'm not looking over there. This lady was like, oh, his leg was straight, but his foot was flopped to the side.
Joe
yeah.
Theismann.
Yeah. So this dude got fucking a clean, like,
Sid
just
Vicious. You ever see that?
blown out leg.
Joe Theismann.
So the reason why I brought this up was as soon as this happens, so I hear this guy yelling. He's like, "This is criminal! it's criminal, blah, blah, blah. And this guy says to him, he's like, hey, you don't have to get racist about it. And I was like, what's racist about it? And he was like, what do you mean racist? And the dude was like, you told him go back to Punta Vallarta. Like, I didn't know what. Like, it was like, is that a place? Like,
I don't know, but
sounds like a place.
Yeah, he was like Punta something. Like, and he was like, go back to that. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? And
Dude,
he was
I
like,
made that mistake one time in my life.
No, the dude was like, so shit went down essentially. And the dude was like,
Eskimo chick go back to Alaska, and she got so pissed.
Well, no.
Where have you ever seen an Eskimo?
But so this dude was like, I wouldn't get so racist if it wasn't for that guy breaking his leg. Like it was an excuse. and what was so crazy about it is I was like, hey, which guy broke his leg? Because I wanted to know, like when I saw him. And the dude was like, oh, it was that Scarface motherfucker over there. And I was like, Scarface? I was like, does he have a scar on his face? And then I realized the guy was Spanish. And I was like, oh, no. It just got super racist up in this house.
Spreading it around.
Yeah, like when you were saying like white people, it's cool until like someone gets their leg broke or it's the apocalypse, and then all of a sudden like it's not cool. It's you're on your own. That's why people are like, don't you want a gun? So like when the apocalypse comes, like motherfucker, I'm not gonna be able to keep that gun. They're not gonna let a brown person roam around. I'm not Daryl. I don't get a fucking crossbow. I don't get to do any of this shit. No, I get to fucking
the fence.
No, in Grateful Dead. Like, God damn it, Great Scott,
Dead,
watch a
Walking
fucking
Dead.
show. Anyways, so yeah, I'm
Grateful
not,
Dead. You mean The Walking Dead?
I thought
the
it was
fucking
Walking
Grateful
Yeah,
Dead.
I was like the Grateful
Riding
Dead.
that train high on
It's one of the
cocaine.
Dead.
Exactly.
Come on, listen.
Exactly. I'm so
Linda,
fucking
you're not
amped up right now.
listening, Linda. Linda,
I thought
you're
you were
not
talking about the
listening.
movie Daryl.
No.
Linda,
that movie?
listen.
No, because not everyone's from the 80s. Like, it remembers every single. No, I remember that. Yeah.
Fuck
Okay,
off,
listen,
Greg.
Greg, I love you, but when you go into a hardcore rant, I'm trying to keep up with references.
Oh, sorry.
Like at a milli.
Well, the
You're
best
like,
part about it is
Daryl with a fucking crossbow. Like only because I'm a hardcore Walking Dead fan did I get that. But Scott totally proved the point. He was like, "What the fuck are you talking
I
about?"
was going along with
He
it until he
reeled it
said
back
the
in.
part when it was
Grateful
about
Dead.
the Grateful
Yeah.
Dead.
Well,
That's
Grateful
Grateful Dead. What the fuck?
all you gotta do is sell it. You know, you gotta believe it.
All right,
and
Down
then-
a notch, kid.
Do me a favor,
yeah.
Greg. Go on an epic rant right now.
About what?
You're a
I don't know, I
1200 watt
gotta-
motor.
I gotta
you need
pee.
to you need to go
So
back
get it
down
out.
to
Oh wait, hold on.
You need to be
one
a
second.
500
No,
watt
this is
motor.
your turn.
first.
This is your turn to go.
I want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been quiet, Scott. Let's hear some things you
I
got
don't
to say.
I don't really have anything to rant about.
I'm sure you do.
I'm
Game of
content.
Thrones,
Come on.
anything.
I don't give a fuck about
I
sports.
know. I'm just fucking around.
This is the
Tired.
sports
Oh,
section.
What about LeBron? What do you think about
Sports.
What do you think about
Go.
the finals?
Fuck LeBron.
Big sports things are going on this
Fuck
week.
sports.
A lot
There's
of sports.
not.
Come on.
They just ended
Shut
actually.
up.
But
Fucking
Fuck
pull your
baseball.
balls
Well,
together.
did you watch the final, Scott?
I did.
What'd you think?
Go.
What did you think?
Come on, Scott.
We can talk sports, man. Well, I can talk with you, man.
There's sports fans out.
I'll be honest. I'm not so mad with LeBron anymore. I've accepted the fact that he's great is hard to.
No,
not accept.
no, of course he's the best.
I'm not angry at him.
But he lost to the Warriors.
Well,
That's
I mean,
not his fault.
yeah,
He was playing probably in the shittiest team to ever play in the finals.
True. I would say since the last team he took to the finals and
Yeah.
the last Cavs
Seems like
team.
the two shittiest teams made it to the finals. But
Well,
What,
it took
talking
the
about-
Warriors a little while to get going. To be honest, the Warriors are really lucky
I
that
think
they
he was
played
talking
the
about
Cavs.
the Heat.
Oh, the Heat.
I'm talking about like all three. Yeah, the Warriors, the Heat.
Well, how
The
can you be the
Cavaliers?
shittiest team if you win the game? If you
Listen,
win
if the
series?
fucking
Well, the Warriors
Knicks
didn't look
aren't in
great.
it,
They didn't look
No,
great for a
but I
while.
mean it's the finals.
They did. They ended up getting it going, but the Warriors took a little while to get it going.
Look, no one's gonna remember that. All they're gonna remember is that.
Oh,
they
I
won.
agree. Agreed. No, agreed.
Do you
agreed.
think what's his name's gonna leave? Wade.
I hope not. I don't know.
Uh,
I don't. It wouldn't make much sense to me unless
I
he
don't
really,
think so.
really
I think
thinks
it's all
he's gonna get that
all
much on the
leverage.
open market.
I think it's all well. He like I think people are underestimating. People, Wade could get that on the like.
I don't think he can
people-
get 20
people-
million on the open market.
People are going to pay Damari Carroll $15 million a year.
Jamari
Like,
Carroll's not 33 years old with bad knees.
he's also still not as good as Dwayne Wade.
No,
even
no,
with
he never
33
will
years.
be. But I'm
That's
saying
what-
Who
I
is
agree.
that?
that'd be
Exactly.
like buying a brand new.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Who's
Scott, I'm sorry, Scott. I meant Greg.
Greg?
I meant
Damari
Greg.
Carroll.
I'm looking at Scott also. He's in your direction.
Yeah. If I don't know who he is, he's not getting paid.
I just think that
He's
no,
getting
he is
paid.
going to
He's
get
getting
paid. He's
paid.
going to make like
Kidding
12
around.
to 15 a year.
That's nothing. That's chump change.
It is when
Dude,
you're
I
an
make-
NBA
I make 12 to
player.
15.
But the Heat offered him under 10. You know how many people, how many
Oh, wait,
scrub players
that's-
make 10 million a
is
year?
that dollars a year?
I think
Yes.
this,
Or dollars an
this is
hour?
what I think can happen. This year, I think he can get like a $25 million contract and then go down.
There will be some bad team
Next
like
year.
Milwaukee or something that we will
He
just
won't-
to get a
he-
star.
He won't play for a bad team.
Well, not even. I mean, a middling. If he thinks he's the guy who can put him, I agree. I think he's only going to go to. I agree.
He's not going to leave Miami to go to fucking Milwaukee.
Agreed.
He's not going to leave Miami to go to the Clippers.
Why not?
He's not because they don't
The
have
Bucks have such a
The
good.
Clippers have a great team. I just question whether they have.
How do you feel that they
a
show
They
playoff
need,
winning
they need a
dick,
guy.
bro?
They need a guy like Wade to put him over the top. To be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
but I just don't think he goes anywhere at the end of the day.
I agree. I think he's
I
ace.
think they
I agree.
find a way to get him paid.
Hey, can we
It's all negotiating.
can we talk about how like Golden State winning anything is probably like kind of
This
fucking
is what I was
amazing?
saying earlier.
No,
They're like,
is this not fucking?
well,
we're
they
talking
came
hanging
along.
with Mr. Cooper.
It's a
It's
big deal.
amazing.
No, they won the first
No.
time in 40 years. It's a big deal.
Oh,
It's a big-
they won before?
Yeah.
That's
They
what I'm
won
saying.
before?
they won in 1975 was the last time.
Hey,
No, I'm sorry,
like,
yeah, 1975.
Wow, they actually won. But I assumed that they had been like a newer team. That
No.
I didn't even
Never
know they were that
won.
old.
Never.
Holy shit!
Well,
yeah,
actually,
that's-
I agree.
I thought they
They've
were
won.
like the Saints.
This was their. This was
What
their.
do you mean? The Saints are not that new.
68.
no,
They came in
but
68.
when did the Saints win?
They never had a
Oh,
winning.
I see what
They
you're
saying.
never
Until
won
two-
a playoff game until 2008.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think.
And that was right after Katrina when they won. And
Exactly.
that was fucking bananas.
It
Because
was.
I remember because I was on a little league team called the
Shitty
Saints.
towns can make it.
Yeah,
Fucks.
I was on a little league team called the Saints, and we were about as good as them until 2007.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I'm a Falcons fan, and so I fucking despise the Saints. I love the city of New Orleans. It's a great place to party.
It's in the same conference or something like that.
Yeah, there are
Okay,
arch
I
rivals.
What
know
about
how
that
is,
guy
like,
brought his daughter to a conference and everyone's making a big deal about that?
Oh, the news thing. To be honest, I think
Is that
it's
Steph
what
Curry?
conference?
Yeah,
I think so,
The
from-
news
from the
I think it's.
Warriors.
I mean, every once in a while, if it
And
was
she
a
was
one-time
singing
thing,
Drake.
it was
She was
fine.
like, way up.
it's still-
I feel blessed.
It's still like a business. It's still like I mean, that's part of their job. It's mandatory as part of their job.
Right.
so
to
you don't
talk
think
to
he
the
should
press.
be
So
bringing his
I
daughter?
I know you sound like a total dick when you say it, and if it was a one-time thing, it's one thing.
But if
did,
you
like,
think of it like as a business like that, like it'd be like taking your fucking kid to a conference meeting.
That's what I'm
And-
saying.
And it would, you know how
That's what
annoying
I'm
that would be,
saying.
like, because there's a bunch of
Would
like
be.
press people there,
Totally right.
and they're
I would
like,
hate
look,
that. I
I'm
don't
not
have
here because I
kids.
like you, you know, like I like my job
Sure.
somewhat, but I'm here because I have to interview and stuff. And then you
Right.
got this kid being like, hey, 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 hey,
Yeah,
you're like,
the press
"Fuck,
still has
man."
a job to do. I mean,
Yeah, like I gotta get quotes from you and shit. Like I'm
Right.
gonna get fired if I don't do this. You know,
Exactly.
I don't
Baby says fuck off.
Yeah,
Way
yeah.
up, I
So,
feel blessed.
and like I said, it's cute. Like, you know, like a few
One
times or something
time,
like,
right.
yeah, something like that.
He did it
but
like 5 times.
yeah,
She was up there enough that they
Well,
had a card
and
He's
with
like,
her
look,
name.
I'm a dad.
They had
But
a
yeah.
card with her name on it.
Well, and it's like, come on, you know, it's one of those things too. Like the kid's
That's
not
what
that,
I think it was
not that
about.
old, and like if I was like, if you put me up somewhere like when I was 3 or 4 years old, like, can you imagine looking back on those
Oh my
videos of
God.
you and like, hey,
Right,
like,
right,
I
right.
oh,
honestly
shit,
feel it
man,
was like
come
PR
on,
move.
like,
I
It
feel
is.
his
It's totally
PR
PR
guy,
move. Yeah.
whoever's his agent's like, yo,
yeah, keep
you
that
know
going.
that you
keep
know that
going.
first thing you
Yeah,
did?
yeah, totally.
That was brilliant.
Well, that's
Keep
why they
doing
should
that.
stop it because they think
Hey,
everybody's
and you
going
know,
to start doing
and you know,
it
he
now.
was probably like, "This is great because I don't have to answer as many fucking questions because
Exactly,
my
exactly.
daughter is interrupting."
Because I'm telling you, his
every 5
agent called
minutes.
him the first time he did and said, listen, you want to fucking make it in this business? You keep your fucking daughter
He's like,
out
put
of
your
that
mom,
shit.
put
The
your
NBA
mom in a
the NBA
porno.
well,
Wait,
no, I was
what?
gonna say well,
Someone told him,
the NBA hasn't.
keep doing that.
The
Keep doing
NBA
that.
constantly has a problem because most of their stars are black, and regardless, I mean, whether you like it or not, a lot of people in the country
black
don't like
sportsmen
that.
have had a bad thing, and they were like,
It's a
listen,
black-dominated sports
we
league.
need
I
to
mean,
show
especially
that-
the stars.
No one ever
And
cared
people
about
don't
how
like
much
that.
the players got paid.
we
until
need to
more
show
people-
that
Exactly.
black athletes
I don't understand
are family
when it talks
people
about-
too. That's what that was about.
When
dude.
it
I'm
talks
telling
about
you.
pay, though, I don't understand why it matters. It's a total
It matters
niche.
because
They
this
bring
is what
in-
happens.
that's what
yeah,
they
it's
yeah.
a
bring in
total
that kind of money.
niche. Like,
Because
they're like
America
the one,
is
there's like-
starting.
Yeah. Well, 1% of
Yeah,
the
they're like,
1%.
Nobody can do
yeah.
that but them,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah,
You
exactly.
want to
That
watch
kind of
me do it?
Listen,
Well,
whether
it's
you
like
whether
1,000
you
people
guys
at a time,
realize-
you know, like can do the NFL. Like probably less than that for the NBA. How many from the NBA? It's probably like a couple hundred people on the entire planet.
yeah.
Like
There's-
they
there's
find
15
motherfuckers
roster-
from Africa.
There's,
Like, you know
there's
what I'm saying?
15. There's 15 roster spots and 30 teams.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Dude,
That's
so
all the
tell-
spots
this
in
is
the
how
NBA.
So
it
it's not even.
That's
It's
it.
barely 100,
That's
over
it.
100. Yeah.
These
That's
these
I'm
sports
terrible with math.
sanctities generate billions of dollars.
400.
Well,
Billions
the
upon
players
billions
deserve
of
to get
dollars.
paid.
Not even the commercial dollars.
Sure.
Not even the TV
Oh, the
dollars.
TV
but
con- the
even
contract.
gambling under the
Oh,
table
right.
dollars,
Right.
right? So now. All of a sudden, America's like, man, like I hear this football player killed his wife. I hear this NBA player fucking beat his wife. Like,
It's a small
all of a sudden,
percentage.
people
Well-
are like, we need to show this fucking guy
Yeah,
has
yeah.
a daughter. He's a family guy. Like, this is not what
Oh, I
everyone's
see
about.
what you're saying. I
Sure,
see.
sure.
And so they fucking they're telling, listen, we didn't tell him to do that, but we kind of told him to do that.
You know what, though? He's kind of a legacy player, though, so it wouldn't really matter.
What do you mean?
But
Because
but
he
that's my
grew up
point.
he grew up in the NBA.
Sure,
His
sure.
dad
Absolutely,
was-
absolutely. His
But
dad,
that's
yeah.
my
Oh, Steph
point.
Curry?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
dad played in the NBA.
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
great
Shows
shooter.
that-
His
shows
dad,
like-
shows
Del
how much
Curry.
I- how
It's
much
like
I
His dad
this
was
is-
probably the greatest greatest shooter of his generation.
We're
Oh,
America.
I wouldn't go that
Okay.
far. He was
Really?
very good, but I
He
wouldn't
was
go
like
that.
the best 3-point
Reggie
shooter.
Miller was a much better shooter, but
Is it just a pure
Was it that long ago? Like he
played during
he was a
Reggie Miller's
contemporary with Reggie Miller.
Yes, he played
That
with
makes
Reggie
me
Miller.
feel old as fuck.
You should. You should. Listen,
This
Nirvana
kid-
is fucking.
But for the
Nirvana
record-
is classic, fucking classic rock at this point, dude.
To show off
It
my
is,
total
it is.
dorkiness sports-wise, the Warriors have actually won 4 championships. This was their first in 40 years. They won 2 as the Philadelphia Warriors, like
Oh wow.
in the 50s and 60s.
I had no
You're
idea.
old, bro.
That should
Yeah.
not even fucking count, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. You
You're
won
an
it in
old
other
man,
cities.
bro.
Dude, I was alive then. I didn't even realize it. No.
well,
You
if
should
it-
have kids right now. Where are your kids?
Inconceivable.
They're
If it
they're-
won-
Inconceivable.
But like,
I'm gonna have kids at 45.
like if this team moves though, that you shouldn't bring the championships with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens, and they won the
Yeah.
championship like 2 years later. Cleveland doesn't say, "Hey, we fucking won the championship back
Yeah,
in
but
2001."
they left the franchise. That was part of the deal.
No, I know.
They
but
left the whole
the
franchise.
owners still had it, but they left. They just left the team. But
Yeah, but I mean, they
what
left the
difference does
team
it
and the
fucking make?
records.
But what
and-
difference? But yeah, so they
Sports
just
Hub.
decided, hey, we're going to leave your loser history behind.
They
Yeah,
kept burning-
if you had the Cleveland Browns history, you'd want to leave it behind too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the whole fucking point.
If I had Cleveland's
Why
fucking-
hasn't Miami
Yeah, I would
left
pa-
the Dolphins?
Yeah,
They've
if
been
I
like
had
the
that-
worst football
Dude,
team
the Dolphins
ever.
are one of the
They've got
greatest
great history.
sports
I don't know,
franchises.
man. They've
They
never
are.
really
No.
won any more. Like
What do you mean
teams that I've seen.
anymore?
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
When
look,
was the last time they won a championship?
they were
Name
so,
it.
but they were
They've
so
won
great in the
multiple-
70s.
80 something.
They were so great in the
doesn't
70s.
matter.
You don't
Eight-
get that. You don't get that often. They went to
Doesn't
three
matter.
Three
This
Super Bowls
generation
in the
does
70s.
not know that.
Hey,
They've had one
That
of the
doesn't
best
happen
players
often.
ever in the history.
Doesn't happen often.
I know he's just trying to get me all
I know,
riled
yeah,
up.
he's trying to
He
get you
doesn't- He
riled
has no
up.
idea what he's talking
I
about.
don't. Really
But-
don't.
As a person who's a Falcons fan who has no history, we have no history at
Yeah,
all. The
Deion-
Dolphins have a great history. Well, we had one Super Bowl. We had the Dirty
Listen.
Bird year.
wait. When's the last
Okay.
time the Dolphins
You can
won the
say
Super
that
Bowl?
about
70
any
well,
great
74,
country
but it was
that's
the
never a
70s.
superpower. Like you could say they had a great history, but they're not a superpower.
I don't know. We're pretty much superpower. I mean,
I tell you what, the Dolphins have their best team they've had in a long time this year.
yeah, we're gonna be good.
Well, I'm not
Well,
saying
you
that.
know,
That's
the
what I hear
Dolphins
every
are,
year.
the Dolphins are sort of like the United States. Even though we have a black president now, it's still we used to be great. you
Yes,
know?
that's right. Exactly. You can always look back to the good
China
old days.
is rising.
I wish that was the accepted reason.
Right, exactly.
It's all about what you. It's a personal thing. You know, there's no one universal
Spain
truth.
was a great country at one point.
People are still holding on to that shit. Be like,
Exactly.
oh, the whole Caribbean island. Be like, no, we're not Spanish, or like we're not,
We're
we're
from
not fucking.
Spain.
Yeah, that's what
I am
people do.
Spain. I'm
Like,
from
no,
Spain.
look how light I am. I'm from Spain. Look at those brown people across the pond.
Right.
Like those are
I'm
those are
actually
less.
Spanish.
They're less from Spain.
who are they?
Who is what?
Whoa, Jesse, all right over there, dude? What's going on? This fucking guy's shotgunning
All
a beer.
right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What the hell is
Jesse
happening?
Thompson tried to shotgun a beer, and it literally
What's
came
going on?
erupting
Dude,
Yeah.
out
is
of
he
his
dying?
mouth all over Scott Pelchad's table.
He's telling us
I
no.
was not trying to shotgun. I took a sip and then like foamed over, so I killed the beer, so it would.
I
stop
don't
foaming
believe
everywhere.
that.
Whatever it was
was like-
quite amazing. I wish everyone would have caught this
They're
on
getting a
camera.
napkin, man.
It
Yeah.
literally
Go-
looked
go
like
clean up.
a volcano experience.
I don't know
when
about
you
the
put
excuse
baking soda with vinegar.
All I was missing was us going drink,
Yeah.
drink.
though. He wasn't wearing a
Shame,
toga.
shame,
He was having.
shame.
That's pretty much what it was. He's spilling.
He was like
drink.
waving us off like.
I want to do that.
He's
every,
spilling drink all
listen,
over the
Scott,
table.
Anytime it
Seemed like the most reasonable thing to do at the
Oh,
time.
it was.
Shame.
It was.
Shame.
What's that from?
Like that's from Game of Thrones, but
Oh.
it is
How
so.
do you not know that?
Because I've never seen Game of
Oh my
Thrones.
God, it's the greatest. Shame. All right. Anyway.
right.
Any news stories? Did
I
we
will
not
never feel
hit 'em
shame.
all?
As my
Oh,
white
oh,
trash blood will never allow me to feel
Okay.
shame about chugging a beer.
Okay, so to continue our please don't let it be my race game.
As he rubs his crotch from all the beer that fell
All
over.
right, pat my crotch dry.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So we had in Bradenton, Florida, there was a girl.
Shame. 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 I know this story.
What, how'd it go, Scott? What's it?
Basically, she has a dog. She lets this dog perform cunnilingus on it. For those of you that don't know what this means, this dog went down on her, dude.
Oh,
On multiple times. And the fucked up thing was she said she used to have another dog that also went down on her. And this
Did
it's
you
not-
give him ratings?
It
Like,
doesn't end here.
was one better than the
The
other?
dog is a chick.
Oh,
shit.
all right. So
Bunch of dykes, bestiality dykes.
does that make it better
I mean,
or
if you're
worse?
going to bestiality, what,
I don't
it doesn't
think in the
matter
eyes
if
of
it's
God
dyke.
it
I mean,
matters.
come on. If you're going to
God's like,
bestiality,
You ate a fucking bear's vagina, dude.
If you had to fuck an animal, what would it be?
Oh my God,
that's a very good
I'm not-
question.
No,
That's a
You had to.
No.
That's
Not
an
that you
excellent
well,
wanted to.
question.
technically,
no.
humans are animals.
That's
Yeah,
a great
yeah,
answer.
so
That's
I
a
would
terrific
fuck a
animal.
chick.
Not a-
That's
not a
that's a
human.
great trick question.
Not a human though.
You wanted me to go, you know what? I'd fuck a sheep. and then you'd be calling me
It was
out.
pretty good.
You dirty sheep fucker.
Because Scott's so smart, he figured it out. No, but if you had to fuck anything but a human.
Next question.
Anything but a human?
No, it's
Let
the
Jesse
question.
answer.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
white
well,
trash,
see?
isn't he?
Come on.
I said your answer was good. You had an excellent
okay.
answer.
Next-
Yeah,
next
I couldn't think
question.
anything.
Don't
You just-
press me on this.
You just chugged a beer. I figured
Yeah,
maybe
this-
you were.
You guys are pussies.
Yeah, this shit is
Listen,
being-
if
What would you
had
fuck?
to
How about you,
fucking-
Mike?
This shit's being
All right, I'll
recorded.
go
Well, let me
first.
think. I have to think. Hey, go ahead, but I'll think about
All
it
right,
in the meantime.
I'd fuck a kangaroo because they have a pouch and I could keep my spare change in it. I don't fucking know.
God, that's a great answer, actually.
On my phone.
A kangaroo will fuck you up.
I
though.
know.
It will.
Well,
It's
not if
what I
it
was
loves
thinking.
me.
It will
No, wait.
box the
You,
fuck
all
out
right,
of you.
so you have to consider the fact that it's probably going to be an unwilling participant, and you gotta imagine
What animal would you rather
You're
rape?
raping an animal.
Because it's going to be rape no matter what.
Someone's
So-
holding a gun to your head. They're gonna
Right,
say
gun to
you
your
got a
head.
Fuck
fucking
the
animal.
Joey.
Right, yeah. What do you want? Dude,
We're gonna
Joe-
blow your
dude,
fucking brains
fucking,
out.
A kangaroo is
It's gonna be a donkey,
A
obviously.
kangaroo can like kick a hole through your
Yeah,
stomach.
kangaroo will
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you.
I will get a
Listen,
nice one.
You got to go simple.
What do you want to do? Fuck a koala bear? They're
You-
too small.
You got to go simple like cow, chicken, something like
cow?
that.
Device.com.
Chicken.
Goat.
Fuck a
Goat.
chicken.
Turns out
Go.
in Brazil, and we haven't ever brought this up, in Brazil, they actually teach their youth, males, how to fuck by making them fuck donkeys.
Oh, no, you're thinking Colombia.
Colombia, there it is. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's-
whatever.
nah, I
Some
believe
South
you're right.
American
Yeah,
crazy country.
yeah.
But
Is that what
that's
that
what I
song-
would probably pick. then.
buddy.
No, this is the thing. They actually go, listen,
No,
you're
it's so
16 now.
there's a Vice
You have to
Vice
go
documentary
fuck
about it.
a
Yeah.
donkey.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that
Or a goat.
There's a
Something
Vice
like that.
documentary called "The Asses of Colombia" or something
That's
like
what
that.
it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, and it's so bad to where like the donkeys have venereal diseases.
Yeah, AIDS.
No,
We've
herpes.
given donkeys
herpes. Jesus
well,
Christ,
herpes,
man.
whatever.
Did you get any
They
of the
probably
part of
got-
the story
they probably
right?
got- They
High.
probably
You're
got
like,
all
it-
of them, to be
this
honest.
Greg,
fucking-
I was high. I was doing.
You're like
fucking
this guy
drugs,
from Zimbabwe was giving
eating
me
mushrooms,
was-
and then someone put this special on. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, you're like this guy from
Spanish people
Zimbabwe
fucking
gave me a
donkeys.
salad. It
That's
was
too
like a
s-
Philly
that's too
cheesesteak.
serious for mushrooms, man. You need to change it.
Way too. Like, I'm like,
That's way too
you
serious.
can't drop down on a motherfucker tripping out.
I remember one time when I was tripping, I watched this terrible. What was it? Some terrible Eddie Murphy movie. It seemed like it lasted forever.
Dr. Dolittle?
Metro or something like that.
Oh, Metro's bad.
It seemed like
made
it
me
lasted
wa-
forever. It seemed like it
Well,
lasted forever.
That's one of those ones where you
Made me watch Metro Man. I killed myself.
It felt like I was in the movie, actually.
Yeah, you're like you're feeling bad for. You can you ever watch a movie and the whole time you're just being like, man, they must have been halfway through and be like,
Yeah.
this is gonna fucking suck. And
I hope he got paid for that.
Okay, what if you had
Sorry.
a dog and you were like, hey,
Oh my God, no!
no, I'm
Not
just
fuck a
no.
dog.
This is the question.
I'm heading.
You
to
have your
question.
dog. You don't fuck your dog.
Oh.
You go to your friend. You're like, hey, Johnny, you want to watch my dog? I got to go to fucking
Right.
Colombia for a week. You come back and you find out Johnny was raping your dog. What do you do? to
Shame! 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 Johnny's a sick fucker.
Yes, I'd probably let him keep the dog and just be.
Yeah,
done
I
with
would
both
never
of
look
them.
at
You
my
wouldn't
dog.
even bring back your dog.
No, sorry, it's
You know your
tainted
dog's
forever.
no longer
You would let
sleeping in
him
your
keep
bed.
the dog.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Your dog's sleeping in his bed now.
That's his dog now.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
Maybe
like-
maybe
That
if
is-
I would have
Claimed
raped the dog
ownership.
first.
Here
Yeah,
it is.
exactly. Maybe
That
if
is-
I would have raped it first.
That is
then I would've
definitely
kept it.
a revelation.
Yes.
How do you find out that the dog has moved on? Like, you're both on the couch
dog
watching
has
TV.
moved on.
Once
The
the
cow-
dog has got the
Yeah.
long,
The
the
dog
good
is
dick
a-
of
Dog
him.
is looking at the
all right.
door,
So-
scratching at like.
so you're
I want
like-
to go back to Johnny's apartment.
You're like, what's different?
So
What
basically,
did I do wrong?
so basically, you're like, what if the dog liked it?
right.
Yeah.
What if the dog? Well.
And-
So
and-
okay.
Sure,
so
the
we'll
dog
get-
would, it's
this
more
What
came
wasn't?
back
Oh,
from that.
so it wasn't there. We were like, please don't let it be my race. Then there was another. This is
story
a
was-
white lady from Bradenton.
But,
Yeah,
but
that was
who
just.
fucked it? Who raped the dog though?
Oh, that was a. Who was that?
Oh, there was another guy. I
That's
forget.
where
I
this
think
all
he was
came
from
from.
Florida as well. I
Oh
forget
my God!
exactly
Two
where he was
people
from.
in one fucking week.
Yes. Oh no,
Two
this
people-
guy was from Alabama. I'm
Okay,
God.
thank
Black guy?
God. That's
He
really
was
close
from-
to Florida,
no,
though.
black guy from Alabama.
See, and that's
That's a
what-
stretch.
That's part of you're like, please don't let it be my race.
He had sex with his dog to get revenge on his wife for giving
Ooh.
the
How
for
does
giving
that
the dog
happen?
too much
Oh,
attention.
was it the wife's dog?
Well,
I guess so.
I
It
guess
was
so.
their dog, but
All
the
right,
No,
wife.
she was
all right,
spending too much
so-
time with
Love
the
the
dog.
dog. a lot.
What's the over under on the wife
oh
being
no, it said,
jealous
it said
of the
that
dog?
Well, it said that the wife thought that the husband was having an affair with another woman until she caught him on film, fucking the dog.
Wow.
Yeah,
What kind of dog was it?
that's a good question. I'm gonna look and
Good
see if I can
question.
find right now.
You
Let's
can see
see.
Scott's face right
It was-
now.
oh my God, it was a Shih Tzu.
It's like
Oh,
Oh, it's
man.
a Shih Tzu.
Scott has
Was
a
it
face like he just
Buster?
smelled bad shit.
Buster
right
the
now.
Shih
Like, he
Tzu.
just
Oh,
like,
Oh, it was
man.
a dude.
Buster.
He was
Dude.
banging him in the
He's
ass.
fucking
Wait.
Buster.
Buster.
Buster,
the
that's
Shih
a
Tzu.
that's a
Wait, we
yeah,
are-
that's
we-
a boy dog.
No,
name.
no,
You
no.
don't name a girl Buster.
No, we already agreed that
You name a
it
girl
did,
dog
it didn't make
Fluffy or
we,
some
we,
shit.
We already agreed it didn't make it any worse. Okay, so
does
He was
make it
fucking a
worse.
boy
Give him-
dog,
give him
bro.
that much.
Dog was like,
In
listen,
the
bro.
butthole, bro.
Man's best friend.
you're
Dog
You
butthole.
were like, at least he may have raped the dog, but at least it was a girl. Is that your argument here?
Doggy
Like,
worms were
he's
all over
worse
his
because
dick.
It's
Oh my God.
It says the 2-year-old pup sustained injuries from the
really?
cruelty.
2-year-old pup.
You can't have sex with a dog.
It's actually
This guy was
14.
probably packing.
Imagine
Not only
that.
was he fucking a
He was
dog,
a
but
black
it
guy,
was
so he had a huge
it was
cock.
an
He probably ripped him up.
underage
Oh,
dog.
thanks for clearing that up.
He's a pedophile dog rapist.
Oh my god.
And homosexual.
Didn't we have one more story?
And he's a homosexual
Yeah, it was-
pedophile dog
It was
rapist.
we won this
How
week
many categories can you
Who's
lump
that?
into one
won.
terrible crime?
because
Yes.
fucking-
You ever like?
we had
And,
the
and he's a who's this? Someone who goes after revenge. I can't think of the
vengeful
word right
fucker.
now. Yeah, well, yeah, that
It
goes
was
there
like-
too.
Okay, what
Revengeanist.
about this? A
Revengeanist.
guy who robs a male dog, rapes the male. So now it's robbery. With
Wait, what the fuck did he steal from the dog?
Homosexual rape
His
of
virginity.
an animal. Like
Homosexual
how many
rape
laws-
of an animal. Let me clear this up. It wasn't no regular rape.
Homosexual
I'm
rape
saying.
of an infant animal.
Does it say
of
if
an
he?
infant animal.
Does that say if he blew the dog? Because if he did, that was
I'm saying. There's so
consensual.
many,
It's only gay if he licks back.
It's like 20
Is that what it
crimes
is?
in
It does not
one
specify.
act, man.
There's
You're like,
no talk of oral.
Man, black people are fucked, but white people.
what's
even
worse
more
than
fucked.
that?
This must
I
be
was
an
gonna
English
go-
report.
Fucking guy comes into church and blows fucking 9
That's a
people
good
away.
point.
That's pretty much the worst thing you can fucking do in a week.
Got a good point. Shame.
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 This must be an English article because it says the guy's bail was set at 340 pounds, and it says the Shih Tzu breed can weigh around a stone.
Yeah,
I don't
the
know what that
fuck
means.
Is a stone?
I don't know what that means.
Ugh.
That's British talk. I don't
Just-
know why they're reporting on this Alabama
Yeah,
story,
what
but
the
that's
fuck do they
interesting.
care? They're sheep fuckers with bad teeth. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I would imagine most sheep fuckers have bad teeth, but
I feel like we've kind of come to the end of this. Where are we at?
We're
yeah.
at an hour and 5.
I think that's pretty
that's
good.
pretty good.
I think we've talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We
And you know what?
basically
It's
hit
the
all the
crazy-
great topics.
Now that Greg is
Anything
taking
else?
Greg
Anything else
is-
you want to hit?
I think we did most everything this time. I
Greg,
mean,
you had anything else you want to?
Of course he doesn't. He's
I want to
urinating.
say something
Let
really
him rant.
important.
Let him rant for 20 minutes.
there
Greg
was-
has urinated
Put in
6
fucking
times during this
references
hour
that
5.
we'll never know.
he
6
has.
times
He
he's
has.
urinated. He
Did
blocked,
you count?
he
Did
blocked
you
me from
literally-
urinating.
Did you-
People are like, yeah, you're like Willow when he goes to the fucking like, who's Willow? I mean, that's
It's
an
another 80s reference, yeah.
It's just like, who are you talking about?
Warwick Davis.
Anyway,
Dude,
Greg,
life,
what do you
life
wanna
is
say?
short.
That was a fantastic show.
That's good stuff,
Good
man.
There was one more small story if you want to bring it up.
Small
I
story,
thought it
let's
was
do
I
it.
thought it was interesting. It was I forget where they're from. I think these guys were in Florida, but these parents got charged for child neglect for leaving their 11-year-old son outside to play in their backyard for 90 minutes.
All right. See, this
It's
is
very
where.
misleading headline.
wait,
No,
one more time.
Why is the misleading headline?
Well,
Yeah, it's
it
very
says they left
I-
him alone outside when the truth is the kid came home and the parents weren't there. So yes, they did leave him alone outside,
Right,
but it's
right.
not like they were like, "Oh, go fuck yourself."
But
go
it's like
outside.
he came home from school.
He
or
came home
something.
from school. They
Oh,
weren't home. They
dude,
got
see,
caught. The
that's
parents said they got caught home in traffic, but now the kid's in the system. They took him away from
No,
him.
see,
and shit like
that's complete nonsense. Because
Yeah.
the fact is, I wanted, like when I was in 2nd grade, I wanted to
Yeah,
ride
you
my
couldn't
own
keep me
bike home.
inside.
Yeah, I wanted to ride my bike home from school. My parents wouldn't let me,
Right.
and I couldn't do it till the 3rd grade. Now, if you send like a fucking 3rd grade, it's what, like 7 or 8
Listen,
years old.
yeah.
If you send a 3rd grader to sit at home by themselves, you will get caught for neglect.
Yeah.
And for what? Like, and a lot of the times these parents, like, they were caught in traffic. Why? Because they're at fucking work.
Work, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like these people fucking work, so they can't like watch these fucking kids.
I
It's
traveled
crazy. It's
the
crazy.
train
It's
system in
nuts.
New York City. New York City, one of the fucking craziest cities you
Right,
could
right.
live in.
Well,
At 11 years old
Mhm.
from school, from Manhattan to Queens, never got raped, never got kidnapped.
well,
Never did. You know why?
But doesn't that make you
I
sad?
sat, it does,
But you know
in
what-
a way. But I sat in a corner and I listened to my Walkman and I never talked to a stranger when they were like talking to me. Okay,
what was this, the fucking 70s?
this is fucking the 90s.
I had my 8-track player in my ears.
my Walkman,
I had a
My
portable
Jerry
record
curl.
a
player.
Sony Walkman. I love
So-
that shit.
what was
The
it?
fucking bumps. Stop running
Yeah.
over the potholes, you asshole.
This is the same fucking story where I found porno magazine on the floor and it
Oh,
was full
man.
of shit. Anyway, that was last
But
week. Go
They
back
also
to that
took
last
away the
podcast.
kids. They also took away the kids for their parents. They had a
Wait, so
4-year-old
these-
son too. They
these
took away their.
parents lost
just
their
for the kids
They
playing
took, they took away. They
It's-
took away their
you-
4 and 11-year-old.
You know what's
kids.
bullshit is because people aren't getting paid a lot of money, and on top of that, daycare is fucking expensive.
Expensive as
Yeah,
shit.
so how
It's
are you
very
going to
expensive.
afford all this shit?
Right.
And then on top,
And
like,
I mean, really,
what-
11 to what? A 6th grader,
Oh,
a 7th
no,
grader?
no.
I know. My parents would be fucking in sync
Dude,
because I fucking they left my bitch ass alone
That's what
all
I'm
the
saying.
time.
I used to be left in
Yeah.
charge of my
Thank you,
brothers
Scott.
and sisters
Yeah.
when I was that age.
And that's why
They're like,
I-
hey,
Yeah,
if you
well-
want to cook something, there's hamburger
Well,
meat.
Right.
I was 2 years from
You
having
ever
a
heard of a
full-time job.
Pop-Tart?
Yeah, where's the guidelines? What says like at what age can you leave a kid home alone
I
for
knew how
how
to roast
long?
a
An
turkey
hour and
at
a
5
half.
years old.
Yeah, yeah.
So in your own yard, in your own fucking yard.
Do you know how to make rhubarb pie when you're 6?
Exactly.
Dude, well that's one of the
Cranberry
things.
yams at the
Like,
age of 8.
I was riding my bike around neighborhoods when I was like 5 and getting lost. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I may have never. I was going out into the ether. My parents were like, "Where are you going?" Like, can you imagine
Hey,
sending a 5-year-old?
When I was like 12 years old, I rode my bike to the Cross County 8 Mall.
Which was how far away? Because people don't know
About
what the
8
fuck
miles.
that is.
No, actually, no, it was 15 miles.
Oh my god, that's a
50
really
miles.
far.
Real quick though about this.
Did you call your
story.
parents and have them pick you up?
Fuck no, they never knew I went there.
Oh, okay.
I
my
almost
dad
feel
might
like
have
these
even
parents
I
were
bitched
like,
out. I
but,
did something like that.
Parents are like,
I went weird.
yeah, sorry, we don't need these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, we fucked up. We didn't bring them up.
They were like waiting
Ah.
around the corner. Hey, they come
Now
get
we're
them yet?
back to big parents
Yeah.
with no kids. Ah.
They took the 4-year-old
more
too.
money for me, motherfucker.
Don't forget his
I guess
jammies.
America gotta pay for you now. You're on the tax dollar
That's
bill.
right. That's right, baby.
Like if I was a parent, I had 3 of these kids, and listen, one of them. No offense, Jesse, I love you. One of them is Jesse. I'm like, you want to be a
What happened?
comedian?
No,
Go
stop.
be a foster kid.
No.
You know, they were like, bitch, take the fucking dogs too.
My kid is
They're hungry.
my kid is Jesse. Fucking it's
Yeah.
Scott.
No.
And some
Hey,
other
look.
kid.
Did you
I
see-
was the best my parents had to choose from, and they were still disappointed
Well,
when they
you'd
had
see-
me. Okay, so
you'd see Mike sitting there as your dad, and be like, "No,
Listen,
don't take
if
him."
I had a kid who was
No.
mean, I would be disappointed. I'd be like, "Oh, I hate you. You're short like me. You're fucking fat."
I'm gonna have to pay for your college.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna go to
I'm looking for someone
DeVry
to
and
pay for-
still fail me.
I'm looking for someone to pay for my
I paid
retirement.
for you to be a web designer. You are a salesman. How did that work?
That's so weird.
I paid $100,000. Anyway, that's another podcast. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we're running into next week's topic, so
don't have kids.
All
That's
right.
all
We're gonna have to
trying
cut it
say
short.
this
Yes.
week.
Yes, and if
Don't
you have,
be the Duggars. Don't be this fucking family who's leaving their kids.
Everybody get
and-
abortions. I
and if
think
you
that's what we're
see
saying.
if you see a guy with 1,000-yard
we're
stare,
living proof.
Get abortions.
if you see a guy with 1,000-yard stare and a bowl cut, keep running.
Yes.
Exactly.
We never even mentioned.
Get the fuck out.
If your son is having a bowl cut, he looks
Honestly,
angry
though,
at
I will
life.
say that kid looks like I did when I was
Report
like
him.
16 years
If
old. And
there-
in all honesty, you probably should have been aware.
Listen,
Like,
if there's a bunch
kept
of
your
cool
space from
black people hanging out and there's one dorky, doofy white dude, he's up to
Call
something.
911.
He's fucking up
treat
to
him,
something.
treat
all right?
him like white people would treat the one black guy around.
If he don't have the best fucking Jordans on in a grill, he's up to something, all
Like,
right?
if a guy
something.
a black guy walked in like into a lily white shirt
Exactly.
with a
treat
dude-
him like that.
yeah,
If
do
Rick
rag on
Astley
and
is
fucking-
hanging out with a bunch of black people, kill him.
It
Exactly.
just
That's
all
what I'm
goes back to
saying.
the X Files. I think every time you saw the show, the X Files, I'm gonna say the '90s reference. You can Netflix it. It always said, "Trust no one."
Mhm.
Boom.
Exactly.
There you go.
Especially a white guy in a room full of cool black people.
Well, in all honesty, these were religious people. I don't know how cool they
Dude,
were.
one of them was a fucking senator. I mean, I'm
He's
talking
definitely
about
not cool. Definitely not cool.
I'll give
I'm
Jesse.
saying
White people
affluent.
turning black.
Point
white
for
people
Jesse.
hanging out.
Point for Jesse.
But probably
Point for the
affluent.
agnostic. Yes.
Affluent.
Am I right or wrong though? The guy
Yeah,
probably
they
wasn't
weren't poor black people, so you don't have
That's
to
what
hate
I'm
them.
saying. It
I
wasn't
didn't
like
say
they were
poor.
just like,
No hate.
Sit down with us
You
and
don't
pray,
have to
baby.
hate them.
Don't trust the white people.
I love the
Wow.
poor
With
black
that
people.
being said, I think we could
Come
end
on,
this.
baby,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
be
Any
sad.
last words,
This is
Greg?
devolved.
Any
Well, you
last
guys got
thoughts?
any shows we can?
We
recap?
We already
already
did that.
We already
Fucking
did that.
get with it,
You're,
man.
you're our Jerry Springer right now.
Oh, all right.
So,
Well,
humanity message.
Yes.
Boom.
Right. I have a. Let's see. No, this is end of
I have a message for kids out there. If you're listening, your old Uncle Scotty has a little words of wisdom for you. The sooner you find out that life doesn't give a fuck how you feel or what happens, maybe you'll work fucking hard for something and do it instead of being a bitch and hiding behind shit and excuses. You want to ride the bike? Jump on that bitch and ride. You want to fuck the bitch? jump on that bitch and try and fuck.
Don't rape her.
No more excuse. Yeah, don't rape her.
Scott, I don't appreciate you yelling at me.
Make sure she's down with it.
But fuck your bitches.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's good advice, though. That's very good
SMB
advice.
Comedy.
All right. Just make sure
See
it's
you later.
consensual. And see you later.
Bow.